mentioned the Roethlisberger family. That suite will be packed tonight. They jam in a few extra people in there tonight. Not enough chairs to go around.
I think you're going to jam in a few extra people in this stadium overall. We've been here before. We didn't see this many people in the streets before 2-3 hours before the football game like we saw tonight. City of Pittsburgh recognizes how special this moment is. They were hundreds deep waiting to get in 3 hours before the game.
Off the loss, second and 14. Browns rush 4. Ben comes out firing, and Deontay Johnson couldn't haul it in. Third down.
Yeah, Deontay Johnson's one of the players they got to get involved early. We talked about that. But Najee Harris is about 30% of their offense. If they're able to run him, it's probably going to be between the tackles. We talked about Freiermuth, especially in the red zone.
Hi, guys.
Got 15 sacks on the year. He could
Football.
wreck this whole party tonight. There's no question about that. And Denzel Ward, his first time seeing Ben Roethlisberger, he picked him off twice. He's hoping to send him off the same way.
Hi, Mrs. Chaos.
Third down and 14. Low snap, Ben picks it up. Underneath, wait for Claypool to come across. And he'll get out to the 39. Anthony Walker makes the stop. Pickup of 8. It's fourth down.
Yeah, low snap is something we're going to keep an eye on tonight. Kendrick Green, who's a starting center, he's a rookie, has had a calf issue and did not start tonight. He's available, but J.C. Hassenauer is going to start. There he is, number 60, and something that Ben's going to have to adjust to as the game goes on.
Corliss Waitman is the punter. Harvin is out. Lost his dad recently. Dealing with that, dealing with an illness as well. Good punt by Waitman. Donovan Peoples-Jones from the 10.
Pittsburgh just kicked it off to Cleveland. Cleveland received it. The Cleveland receiver moved a few steps, then got tackled down. We are in Pittsburgh. We are at Heinz Field.
They got a face mask.
Yeah, so it looks like Justin Lane.
First
face mask.
face mask penalty until in the first quarter. The referee for this matchup will be Brad Allen. I think I said that right.
No doubt about that one.
If you want to look fresh, you got to eat fresh. That's why Subway bought time in my chef to talk about the new Baja chicken and bacon, fried, balanced, and Baja.
How those fries you created? Come on, and I'm steaming. Oh man, do I smell delicious. I'm calling the game. Oh, Doug.
And if you don't have the right auto insurance coverage, paying for these repairs, maybe tough to swallow.
Get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem for a whole lot less.
You don't get much time to yourself. So when you do, make it count with Crest Pro Health. It protects the 8 areas dentists check for a healthier mouth. The #1 toothpaste brand in America, Crest.
Let's break down Subway's new Baja chicken and bacon. Look at that coverage by that pepper jack cheese and that new rotisserie style chicken. And boom, here comes the new Baja Chipotle sauce up the gut and great. Not getting through the home. Save big. Order through the app.
The NFL regular season finale is here. Top stakes. Last shot to change the whole picture. The NFL season finale. All weekend long.
Baker Mayfield and the Browns will get the football. Last season, Baker, 26 touchdowns, just 8 interceptions. But this season, they step backwards. 15-11 ratio, 4 of which came last week at Lambeau, 4 picks. Baker had this to say about the end of the season. If I'm going to do something, I've always done it 110%. So for me, it's ending the season on a high note with some positivity and momentum into the offseason. We talked to him this week I think he's looking forward to surgery. You don't hear that often. He wants to get healthy, get that torn labrum cleaned up. He's already looking forward to next season.
There's no doubt about that, but you can best believe he's counting on putting together a strong performance here tonight. Here's his first snap. Here we go.
Pittsburgh Steelers defense is on the field. Cleveland's got the ball.
26. Otherwise, we're backed up after the nice punt. Here's Nick Chubb, and he's met in the backfield. Robert Spillane for a loss of 2.
Oh, good. Robert Sprain's back, guys.
Yeah, there's stars on both sides of the ball here. When you're talking about the Cleveland Browns offense, it starts with Nick Chubb, although Robert Spillane introduced himself right away. Jarvis Landry, one of the best slot receivers in the NFL. T.J. Watt, Minka Fitzpatrick. They're the big playmakers for the Pittsburgh defense.
Baker coming across. It's Jarvis Landry. And the Browns are on the move.
And you see Jarvis Landry lining up number 3 to the trip set. You see him just run a little option route against Spillane. That's a great matchup for them. He just pivots away from him, pivots away from Spillane's leverage. Baker puts it on him, catch and run. Landry, one of the best in the NFL, catch the ball in the slot, running with the football with toughness after the catch.
20-yard game.
Robert Spillane is in there because there's no Devin Bush tonight, no Joe Schoen, both starting linebackers out. So this linebacking crew is thin.
No Kareem Hunt tonight for the Browns. The ankle wouldn't let him go this evening. Where?
Baker goes back. Baker throws. Incomplete pass.
Hooper could not bring it down.
Intended for Austin Hooper, but incomplete pass for the Browns.
It's a good read here from Baker Mayfield early. This is a combination route, one underneath and one over top. Hooper runs the out route, and Chubb runs underneath. The ball's a little bit high, and this has been the
nice
issue
almost
with Baker.
interception
I've
by
watched tape on him
Edmonds.
throughout this season. It's been the accuracy. It has not been consistent enough. Obviously, he's been dealing with those injuries, and he's got that harness on the left shoulder, which has, in my opinion, affected his accuracy.
The non-throwing shoulder for Baker Mayfield. Second down and 10. From their own 45.
Baker Mayfield goes back
Mayfield
again.
fires back 2, little behind Anthony
Never
Schwartz.
incomplete pass.
Might have been deflected at the line.
Now take a look at the motion here for Baker Mayfield. When he gets set to throw, watch his body. So he doesn't get his weight going through the target. He's kind of falling backwards, and that's why that ball is low and behind. Now listen, everybody that says that thinks that was tipped there at the line of scrimmage by Hayward. But everybody who says that's not affecting him, has never had a torn labrum, and trying to harness are very difficult.
Pittsburgh needs to win this game. Pittsburgh 7-7-1, Cleveland 7-8.
On 3rd and 10, Hooper drop. 4th down.
We talked about how are the Browns going to react. They were upset, obviously, last night when they found out they're not going to make the playoffs. How are they going to come out and perform? And in that first drive offensively, it was not sharp.
Nobody back deep now for the Steelers. Here's Dustin Colquitt. Got it away. Colquitt's on the
Touchback.
and the ball bounced into the end zone. Cody Sable, nationally recognized speed painter from Pittsburgh. Big Steelers fan. Did this Roethlisberger tribute in minutes with his fingers.
That's cool. Really cool.
My brain is so hard. I'm excited. Well, it's weird. You should get that checked out. Abbott Elementary. New episode started January 4th on ABC.
Thousands of years ago, even if you were sitting at the top, you really couldn't count on support. It took centuries for office seating to evolve, but there were some major holes in the design. Then people were inspired to do away with office chairs completely. Yeah, that didn't work. In 2020 came the breakthrough the world has been waiting for. First ever XHMT heat and massage chair by X-Chair.
X-Chair just made history's most comfortable work chair even better by integrating heat and massage into our patented dynamic variable lumbar supports. Waves of glorious massage that wake up tired muscles? Yes. Soothing heat that melts away daily tension? You bet. The all-new X-HMT massage chair by X-Chair. The future feels good. Upgrade to the ultimate work chair with the one and only X-HMT by X-Chair. Use the code on your screen and get $100 off, plus a free footrest.
When we started our business, we were paying like an arm and a leg for the postage. I remember setting up ShipStation. I think it was just like 1 or 2 clicks. Everything was up and running. I was printing out labels and saving money.
ShipStation saves us so much time. It makes it really easy and seamless. Pick an order, print everything you need, slap the label onto the box, and it's ready to go.
Our costs for shipping like were cut in half, just like that.
ShipStation, the #1 choice of online sellers. Go to shipstation.com/try and get 2 months free.
With the 11th
Thanks
pick
for 2 likes, guys.
for NFL draft, Pittsburgh Steelers select Ben Roethlisberger.
That's a great opportunity for the rest of the Pittsburgh. Heading back, looking down the field, it is caught. Pittsburgh Steelers dominate New England and take away their undefeated season.
It was bad for Ben Roethlisberger, 11th overall, 2004 draft. Started the season third on the depth chart. Ended up going 13-0 as the starter. With wins over the undefeated Patriots, Eagles. And there you see, in the storied franchise history, nobody's played more games in the Steelers black and gold than Ben Roethlisberger. Second possession for Pittsburgh.
Ben goes back.
Passing.
Ben gives the ball
And the incompletion, a drop. That's Najee Harris.
to Harris. Harris gets knocked down.
It's been 18 years. I spent several days with Ben back then leading up to the draft. Then on draft day itself, it was Ben's first ever trip to New York City. And I remember just how excited he was about the trip. Went sightseeing with him. We were in his room and he was putting on his suit, getting ready for the draft. He was a lot like he is now, not afraid to show emotion, but just really calm and content. He was just so looking forward to getting this career started.
Wrapping up what is a brilliant career on 2nd down and 7. That extra blocker in there for Najee Harris. And the impressive rookie from Alabama has the first down, gain of 8.
And you see the Pittsburgh Steelers trying to hit the ball north and south now between the tackles. If we talk to Matt Canada, you see here they got double teams at the point of attack. A little bit of a duo blocking scheme. We talked to Matt Canada, the offensive coordinator, and he said, hey, look, this is really what we do best. This is what square getting going downhill, not side to side. They had success with it in the first matchup against Cleveland. Look for them to continue to try and exploit that tonight. Going old school, little Jerome Bettis downhill running.
Ben gives the ball to Harris again. Harris runs. Harris still running, and Harris get knocked down.
Rushing for the season.
2nd down.
It's a pick up a 6 there.
9:15 left in the first quarter. Still 0-0.
They want Najee to be the focal point of this offense, and why not? He's already 30% of their offense, and it's been a tough 30%. You see this, he goes over 1,000 yards, but he has over 335 touches on the year. And you see Franco there, that is high esteem and high company. But if Najee Harris can get going tonight and they can finally find some balance, running the football offense can be more efficient.
That's Benny.
Ben goes back.
Motion.
Ben throws.
Ben comes out
Intend
throwing,
for
and
Marcus
couldn't haul it in. Denzel Ward on
Chase
him. But we should point
Claypool.
out,
Chase
Franco
Claypool can
Harris
hold
set
it in.
that record for the Steelers. That was in a 14-game regular season.
Franco. One of the things I really enjoyed, there were so many stories this week for Steelers, and hearing Jerome Bettis talk about his relationship with Ben, and Jerome was getting up there in years and wasn't going to get a Super Bowl, and Ben came in and promised him that Super Bowl, and in his second year, they went to the playoffs and got it for Jerome after 12 years, and it was a great story.
In Detroit, in the Bucs' hometown.
Right.
2 seconds while the play clock flag comes in.
We're going to get Deontay Johnson, wide receiver, for moving.
Full start. Offense. Right, no penalty. Still third down.
He started leaning and he fell into Ray McCloud, almost knocked Ray McCloud over.
Brad Allen didn't name him by the number. Third down and 9.
Come on, Ben.
Good pressure by Cleveland. Harris out of the backfield. That football comes out. Denzel Ward was there first. Going to go as a loss of 2, and it's 4th down. It's a costly penalty.
Yeah, what a fantastic play, though, by Denzel Ward. He kind of read the formation, played with great eyes, triggered on the throw of the quarterback, and Denzel Ward, look, he will strike you now. One of the best all-around corners in the NFL. That's a great way
It must
to get
be
off
really
the field
cool
for
in
the Cleveland
Pittsburgh.
Browns.
Everyone's
Second
wearing
Pro Bowl
jackets.
season. Denzel Ward coming up. Waitman got it away.
Pittsburgh punts it back to Cleveland.
Jones will let it bounce.
Let it bounce.
Seals down at the 27, 43-yard punt. Scoreless.
Cleveland's going to start at the 43-yard line when they come back.
Who are the 355?
You have 10 seconds to put the gun down. Please. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have a common enemy. American, British, German, Colombian, Chinese. I bombed Ukraine. Great, taking the elevator. The elevator's the other way. We put ourselves in danger, so others are not. We're the 355.
The BK $5 Your Way meal is here to make your choice easy and so tasty. Go straight to the Double Whopper Junior with piping hot small fries, 4-piece crispy nuggets, and a refreshing small drink. Can you believe you get all this for only $5? The $5 Your Way meal, only at Burger King.
Progressive presents At Home with Baker Mayfield.
I'm happy she's renovating her kitchen, but if I have to hear about subway tile one more time,
I know, right? She acts like she's the first person to ever put it in her home.
hello, 1904.
Cute. Oh, there she goes.
Oh, driving in a car but couldn't donate to my walk-a-thon.
She's a good egg, though.
You know what she is? She is. Did you hear she's pulling her kids out of tennis?
Stop it again.
Opening night. More like a Super Bowl celebration than an opening day.
You see, you cut it like right down here. See, but this is what it looks like inside. I have never worked a day in my life. I went from player to coach to a broadcaster, and I am the luckiest guy in the world.
Football lost the Giant last week in every sense of the word. And the passing away of the great John Madden at the age of 85. John worked for ABC Sports for 4 years. Called his first Monday Night Football game in 2002 with the Steelers and the Patriots. Second possession for Baker Mayfield and the Browns.
No.
Sideline, trying to run away from Micah Fitzpatrick. And
Good
the
job.
first big offensive play of the night belongs to Chubb of the Browns. Good for 32 yards.
Take a look at these three tight ends. They're going to come down and block the edge. Just wall off. T.J. Watt, the safety, and pull around just a power O, and that's what Chubb loves to get in the open field. But
I
his
know.
offensive line
I'm
watching
upset,
tonight
but
has
I'm
three of
okay.
the best interior threes, center and two guards of
why I'm
anybody in the
watching it.
NFL. They're going to lean on them tonight, establish the line of scrimmage.
Dearness Johnson is in there. Alex Hyde missed the stop. gain of 2. But there was nothing fancy about John Madden, right? Not for his words or his wardrobe, but he was the guy you wanted to watch Sunday football with.
Well, he would have loved that last play. You know, hey, bring that power and pulse down and pull around and get. The thing about John Madden that I'm always going to remember and spend a lot of time with him in production meetings is his humanity. He loved people. He was curious. He was a teacher. He always wanted to learn. He constantly asking people about their experiences, and that's when you can do that. You have somebody that you know genuinely cares about people, and that's who John Madden was.
Give it to Jarvis Landry coming around. Pick up a 7. Bring up a 3rd down short.
It's the voice of John Madden. It's the voice of John Madden along with Pat Summerall that you knew that, look, those two together were they were like peanut butter and jelly. They were perfect. They just went naturally together. And I think the thing that I really learned about John Madden by watching the All Madden special is this. The guy still wanted to be known as a coach, and he used TV as a vehicle to continue to coach people. And that is awesome to me. And I'll tell you what, it really fired you up from an analyst perspective of just how serious he took his profession.
Full start. Offense. Where do you want? Right penalty. 3rd down. Tough first quarter for Austin Hooper, the tight end of the Browns. But you mentioned the All Madden special. Kudos to our pal Tom Rinaldi and all our friends at Fox Sports for producing that documentary. It aired Christmas Day. And Coach Madden wound up dying just 3 days after that.
As tough as the news was, it was nice to know that he at least had that Christmas with his family, with his wife, to watch that and to know that he was smiling and content with how that turned out.
3rd and 7. Here's some pressure. Mayfield trying to get out of there and had to let it go. Under siege. Jarvis Landry was in the neighborhood. 4th down.
Steelers decide to play man-to-man, and Jarvis Landry was just running a shallow cross. It's going to come from the right side of the screen. See Baker trying to push up into the pocket as Alex Highsmith was getting pressure on Jedrick Wills off of his left side.
And the offense stayed on the field. 4th down and 7. At the Pittsburgh 38. Mayfield has it knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward, 2nd batted ball down tonight. And they turn it over on down. Steelers football.
Baker Mayfield had the same route with the receiver, Jarvis Landry. He's wide open. It would have been a 1st down. And Cam Hayward affects the game in so many different ways. His 2nd batted ball of the game.
I just love having to check in online and having to do it again on the mobile app and having to do it again in person. Are there any other ways that I have to check in?
No, but we're working on it.
I've only ever bought birdseed from this website, but they're recommending cat food. I think we need a cat.
I know it's so wrong.
Who wants a kitty cat? Who wants you want a kitty cat?
At touchofmodern.com, we always surprise, excite, inspire. So scan the QR code to discover a constantly changing collection of products that are never ordinary, never mundane, and never in a million years what you'd expect to see or imagine you'd ever have. Here's to the thrill of discovering the next exceptional and unexpected product. Check it all out at touchofmodern.com.
The first step in selling your home is finding out how much it's worth. HomeLife gives you a free home valuation and matches you with top local real estate agents for a market analysis. Find out how much your home is worth for free at HomeLife.com.
Brandon, you sit here.
Why are millions of everyday investors like you getting stock tips from the market?
Hey, Brandon, did
because
the
Motley Fool's average stock
Colt
tickers
swim?
returned over 600%, beating the return of the S&P 500 by more than 4 times. As a member, you get new stock selections every month from a team of market-leading stock tips. And it's only $79 for your first full year of investment guidance for new members. So why are everyday investors using the Motley Fool? Why wouldn't they? Join at fool.com/access.
Drivers who fix their own cars just got a smarter tool to work with. The easy-to-use vehicle selector on CarParts.com. You'll get savings of up to 50% and find the right part at the right price fast. Get the right parts right now at CarParts.com.
ESPN's Monday Night Football brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Save with your bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance. Visit Progressive.com. AFC Divisional Playoff. Jerome Bettis fumble recovered by Nick Harper. Looked like he was going in for a sure score, and Ben made the play of the game, and it was a tackle. Not sure how many tackles he's made in his career. Steelers go on to win that game. 2 games later, Ben's first Super Bowl win over the Seahawks.
I'm sure he said, too, that he just played him on that tackle. Spinning around a couple times. It's open.
Good hard run. Najee Harris. Grant Delpit was in there. They are decimated on defense, the Browns are. No John Johnson, no Troy Hill, no Ronnie Harrison tonight for Cleveland.
You mentioned Grant Delpit. Look, he's a 2019 Jim Thorpe Award for the best defensive back in the nation. And while he was at LSU, missed all last year basically with an Achilles. Look, his performance so far this year, his performance going forward is going to be something that the Browns are going to be counting on to solidify that secondary.
2nd and 5. Ben able to complete. There's Deontay Johnson. First down.
All season long, Ben has been getting the football out of his hand quick. And early in this game, they have to account for Myles Garrett. You're not going to leave Dan Moore, a rookie left tackle, blocking Myles Garrett in a deep drop back game early in this game.
So they got the free play. Ben takes a deep shot.
Catch that.
And there was heavy contact on Deontay Johnson. Delpit and Ward are there, and Ben's looking for a flag.
Ben using every trick in the book. Using the snap count, trying to slow Myles Garrett down. You see here trying to get a jump on Dan Moore. Myles doesn't need to get a jump. As good as he is at getting off the football and as quick as he turns the corner, he's got to stay disciplined and sit in there.
Hey, Bird, how are you? Welcome to Monday Night Football.
Browns bring some pressure. Steelers run right into the middle of it with Najee Harris. Gain of 8.
Again, you're going to get a little bit of a combo block here. You're just going to see Najee take the ball north and south. Again, this is something that they really do a good job of when they commit themselves to it as far as running the football with power and physicality between the tackles.
3rd and 2.
Man-to-man across the board.
Yeah, they run right into it. Malcolm Smith made the stop. We'll see where the spot is. It's just going to be just short.
Great play from Malcolm Smith, the linebacker, just jetting from that secondary spot. And no hesitation from Mike Tomlin. Go for it here, 4th and short. And this is the right call. This area of the field, all the emotion of this game tonight, it's going to be an aggressive approach.
Got Derek Watt, the fullback in. 2 tight ends.
I'm good.
Gentry and Rader.
Just upset that this is Ben Roethlisberger's last home game.
Give it to the first man through. It's Watt. Looks like there was almost an issue on the snap there, but it should be first down, Steelers.
It's a nice job at the point of attack by Trey Turner. Tuka Okorafor getting pushed at the point of attack. Look, this is something they just have not done a good enough job of all year long, capturing the line of scrimmage. You see Benny save that snap right there. That's tough ball handling, to get a snap from a new center and to turn around, spin around, and hand to the up back. If you double clutch that at all, it's a fumble.
That's Derek Watt's first rush in 2 seasons. Getting back was Charger days. On first down and 10. Got to Deontay Johnson.
Caught that.
And maybe they give him the line of scrimmage. Delpit came up and made another play for Cleveland.
But they need Grant Delpit to continue to show up like this because he is a fantastic player. He can play any position in the secondary. May not want to put him at corner, but as far as free safety, strong safety, they can put him down in the box, nickel, dime. Wonderfully talented individual. It's nice to see him showing up early in this game.
From the Cleveland 41, Ben a shot, this time on the other side. Down the sideline, wanted James Washington, and it falls incomplete.
Defensive coordinator Joe Woods told us to expect that Greedy would get challenged down the field in one-on-one situations because the Green Bay Packers got after him last week. And these Steelers receivers have to show up. They got to show up tonight. And these are the plays you got to make. James Washington has had a disappointing year, and he's only got 24 catches on the season. He's kind of disappeared recently. I thought these downfield shots would go to Deontay Johnson or to Chase Claypool.
And Greedy Williams has been getting beaten lately. Yeah, that's something they're working on at practice, the Browns. Third-year player at LSU. Underneath, Johnson coming across to the 35. Ward tripped him up. Gain of 5.
Great play from Denzel Ward. You know, the speedy Deontay Johnson. They want to get him the ball on the move. They did. But he comes up and makes the tackle to force another fourth down attempt from Pittsburgh.
Fourth down. Ball spotted at the 36. This would be about a 54-yard field goal attempt. But as you can see, Ben's on the field still. 10th play of the drive upcoming. Chris Boswell's season long is 56. This is a tough stadium to kick long field goals in, especially in this direction. Here's the pressure coming out, and it falls incomplete and nearly intercepted. Malik McDowell able to break it up. And the Steelers this time turn it over on downs.
Well, they got Ben this time. Here's McDowell. He's going to pop. Ben sees the blitz and thinks he's got Freiermuth wide open and never saw McDowell. Went right through his hands. That's a great job by Malik McDowell of getting out there quick enough. Because, tell you, pre-snap, I can see why Ben thought that. Sure. I'm sitting out here looking at it going, Freiermuth, he's just going to pop him real quick. Easy first down. Great disguise on the part of Joe Woods, the defensive coordinator of the Browns. Great execution on the part of the players. If it looks too good to be true,
yeah,
it probably is.
Well, it looked too good to me.
I'm thinking that's going to be an easy first down. Nice execution on the part of the Browns defense.
Ready, go. Ready, go.
In the belly of Chubb. Out to the 40. Highsmith to stop gain of 4. Latest episode, Man in the Arena. Tom Brady's first-hand account of each of his 10 Super Bowl seasons. Available tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN+. This week it's a breakdown of Super Bowl 52 season in 2017. To get ESPN+, go to ESPNplus.com or download the ESPN app. Third possession for the Browns. The previous 5 possessions combined have 5 offensive plays each time around. No extended drive. Batted up in the air by T.J. Watt. That falls harmlessly to the turf. That's 3 passes knocked down against Baker tonight.
You see T.J. Watt right here on the edge. See, just read that 3-step stop and get his hands up in the air. It's a perfect execution on the part of T.J. Lucky he didn't pick that thing off a little bit lower. He may be heading the other way for a pick 6. He knows it too.
Baker's just 1 of 7 passing tonight. He's missed his last 6. Third down and 6.
Ready, go.
T.J. Watt swings him around and brings him down. The NFL sack leader. And there's a flag on the play.
I think they're going to get Jarvis Landry for coming forward.
Illegal motion. Offense number 80. The 10-minute decline. This is the end of the first quarter.
T.J. Watt, 12 sacks now in his last 6 home games.
If you leave him one-on-one against your rookie 4th-round pick and tackle, that's probably going to be the result more times than not.
So at AT&T, everyone
everyone gets our best deal. Aren't others doing that? Others say that, but not everyone gets the best deal. Like, what if I give you a lollipop? Then I give you our best lollipop. That's not fair. At AT&T, we think it's only fair that all customers get our best deal. And you get a choice of plan.
She said really. It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives both new and existing customers our same best deals, like up to $1,000 off our most popular smartphones.
If you're like I was, you're tired of worn-out plastic mats under your office chair. They dent and crack, and they're uncomfortable to roll on. I found a premium alternative, a glass chair mat by Vitraza. I liked it so much, I bought the company. I'm George Pardo, president of Vitraza. Our glass chair mats are made of super strong glass and protected with a nanotech coating, so you'll always get a smooth, easy glide. And they're beautiful. Tired of replacing plastic? I promise this is the last chair mat you'll need. And we give you a lifetime warranty. Comfort, style, durability. A Vitraza glass chair mat will completely transform your workspace. Home office or office. We stock 18 popular sizes, and we ship free to anywhere in the lower 48. Get the look you deserve. I invite you to shop online at Vitraza.com. Use promo code TV and save 10% on any glass chair mat at Vitraza.com.
Why do nearly 1 million businesses choose Stamps.com to mail and ship? No more trips to the post office. No more paying full price for postage. And great rates from USPS and UPS. Mail letters. Ship packages. Anytime, anywhere, for less. A lot less. Get our special TV offer. A 4-week trial plus postage and a digital scale. Go to Stamps.com/try and never go to the post office again.
Tonight's aerial coverage is brought to you by Goodyear. Pittsburgh, so picturesque at night. Off the T.J. Watt sack. Regains the lead. Doing so with those cracked ribs. Reggie White is the last player to lead the NFL in sacks in consecutive seasons. That was in 87 and 88. T.J. Watt attempted to do just that.
Cleveland kicks the ball back to
really
Pittsburgh.
Short punt. Does
Short
take
punt.
a Cleveland bounce. And
Ball
A.J.
goes out of
Brown
bounds.
for the Browns. A 35-yard punt. Big Ben has risen to incredible heights during his career. One of 7 quarterbacks to reach 60,000 pass yards. But even more impressive, up the incline, he's one of only 3 to add multiple Super Bowls to that feat. Only Peyton Manning and Tom Brady joined him on that mountaintop.
You know, one of the most impressive things to me about Ben and his career is the way that he has evolved. He came into the league, and we knew he was big, 240 pounds, and he could make plays with his legs, extend and throw a ball with guys hanging off. But as his career has gone on, he has gotten different and evolved and found ways to stay relevant, and that's been impressive.
Najee Harris crossed the 40, gained a 7.
He kind of went into that pure drop-back passer mode, and now he's having to evolve again here in Matt Canada's system, getting the ball in quick because he doesn't have that offensive line and running RPOs, which we never thought that he would run. So he's changed his entire mind for this season in Matt Canada's offense.
Second down and 3.
Ben froze, caught,
It's caught.
Ray.
It's Ray McLeod, and it's a first down. I think many people will remember about Ben Roethlisberger being so hard to sack, guys around his feet, him still getting rid of the football and making the play.
And you see him here get rid of the football, and Ray McLeod out on the perimeter, a little switch release. You see him run down against Greg Newsome, turn around, spot up. Ben puts a nice throw on him, nice execution.
First completion of 10 or more yards for Ben. Harris ran into a pile. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah makes the stop. Impressive rookie at a Notre Dame. They really like JOK in Cleveland.
Yeah, they love his athleticism. They love his versatility. He's a kid who can play. He can basically play defensive back against tight ends, running backs. Heck, he played in the slot at Notre Dame against wide receiver type. So he can do it all. He's a dynamic playmaker. You should hear his name called a lot tonight.
Why don't you guys say it once in a while then? On 2nd and 10. Here's McLeod. To the 40, a flag comes in. Gain of 8 to see the stands.
Owusu-Koramoah made the tackle. Jeremiah, that's right. There we go. We did it. We combo.
Offside. Defense, number 57. Lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
That's a Fede Odenabo.
Well, now stop showing off. He's lined up clearly. He's lined up in the neutral zone.
That happens once a week now. It's amazing. Head coach Kevin Stefanski, it's been a tough season. Seems like the Browns can't believe they're in this position. Mathematically eliminated with still 2 games to play. High expectations in Cleveland this year. Roethlisberger the pump, then underneath to Najee Harris. He'll have first down yardage. Tough, hard yards for Harris. Pick up 7.
How many times have we seen this pump? I mean, this pump is unlike any other quarterback I've ever seen in the National Football League. How he holds on to these balls, I have no idea. I'll tell you, Anthony Walker is saying, how did he hold on to that ball, too? The middle linebacker for the Cleveland Browns. He could have swore that thing was coming out of his hand.
36 is the deepest penetration for either of these teams tonight.
Ben throws.
Ben threw it. Ray McLeod got lit up as it falls incomplete.
Oh, I'm sorry, incomplete pass. Intended for Ray McLeod.
MJ Stewart came in.
You're going to see MJ Stewart right here. He's just taking Greg Newsom's coverage responsibility, rotating down to the second level. And when you're coming downhill with momentum like that, and they happen to throw the football to your coverage responsibility, that's what happens.
Come on, Ben.
And it's dropped. Deontay Johnson, second drop of the night.
This is all about Deontay Johnson's eyes. Watch his eyes as the ball comes. They go off the ball for just a split second. He's looking inside, and that's all it takes to drop the football.
He's really cleaned up the drops issue. Led the NFL in drops with 12 last season. Had just 2 drops this season, all coming in the last 4 games. But he's got a pair tonight already.
Look, Ben went to Deontay this week and says, I need you. I need you in this game. You got to play big. And so far, he hasn't done it.
Trying to get the quick screen out to Claypool. They get it to him. And flag flies in.
Somebody threw a shoe. One of the Browns defenders had a shoe on us. That's might not be a flag. That's a yellow shoe.
From up here, looks like a yellow flag.
Definitely a flag.
Far away. I've seen guys lose shoes before, but not like that.
Thanks for legs, guys.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense, number 90. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down. This is number 90. First disqualification potential for UNF.
Right,
Ooh, first disqualification. That's for the Cleveland.
Off and Clowney takes it and throws it.
Wow,
it was Claypool's shoe that came off his foot, but Clowney threw it
and stopped this drive, and I extended into the red
as a
zone.
disqualification.
The little things,
That's Clowney's first warning.
The little things have killed this team all season long, and that's another perfect example. And another thing that's killed this team, Grace, is their red zone efficiency on defense. They have struggled mightily down here. A lot of communication errors, giving up passes through the air for touchdowns. See if they can tighten it up here.
Fort Augustine in for Clowney now. Inside the red zone. There's Najee Harris.
Or I might be wrong. Clowney might already be disqualification for the whole game.
To the 11. Gain of 7.
This is Pittsburgh football. This is what Pittsburgh is known for. Downhill, physical, running style. This is something that the Rooney's
I get it, guys. I get it. Both teams are both desperate. But there's no need to throw each other's shoes at each other.
Second down and 3. Harris has the first down.
We're almost to the end zone, guys. Harris got the first down for Pittsburgh.
The Steelers have a whole Monday Night Football game against the Browns 1995, they played at Three Rivers on a Monday night. It's so long ago, Bill Belichick was coaching the
First and
Browns,
10.
and Louis Riddick made the opening tackle on the opening kickoff.
You absolutely know it.
And that was the highlight of the game. You guys lost.
Yeah, we lost. So, hey, Steve, just call the play. Right?
It was a hell of a tackle on the opening kick, though, Louis.
Was it at the 50-yard line?
First and goal. Then, quick throw. Deontay Johnson hung on to that one. Touchdown, Steelers.
Great execution. Watch the linebacker here. He's trying to influence. Ben is just going to give a little token fake, and that's going to affect the linebacker just a half a step. That allows the space for Johnson to get in the end zone.
Brian, you mentioned it in the open. The Steelers had not scored a first-half touchdown in the previous 5 games. Just 3 field goals in the first half.
Chris
of
Boswell,
last 5
the
games.
extra point.
But Ben's on the board, and the extra point. Chris Boswell is perfect.
Ben asked Deontay Johnson to step up this week. He's had a couple of drops here early, but that one, there was no question for the touchdown.
When I break a long run, I'm talking long run. That's why I use Old Spice Triple Protection Sweat Defense. Old Spice works longer. There, man. You're going to be much longer.
This is going to be a minute, man.
One Hot Ready Classic. We actually changed it with by adding 33% more pepperoni.
Oh, that sounds good.
Well, get a walkout with the Hot Ready Classic with 33% more pepperoni.
No.
History is filled with almosts. Those who almost adventured, who almost achieved. Then there are others. The ones who embrace the moment and commit. They calm their minds and steel their nerves with 4 simple words whispered since the time of the Romans. Fortune favors the brave.
Lots of mystery and heartbreak inflicted on Georgia by Alabama. Georgia revenge tour matchup.
SEC Titans clash once again. A rematch for the title.
Either Alabama or Georgia will hoist that trophy.
The College Football Playoff National Championship, Monday, January 10th at 8 on ESPN.
Hey, give me a number 7, will you?
What's that?
The Roethlisberger, of course. Sausage and burger hoagie.
Oh, yeah, remember. Ben's got a sandwich after him.
Since 2005. Here's the latest touchdown offering from Ben.
You see Ben Roethlisberger, it looked like he gave Deontay Johnson some kind of little signal right there before the snap. He sees Denzel Ward sitting off. He sees the free safety in the middle of the field, not shaking over that way.
Ben's got
That's how you get
257
257 passing touchdowns.
passing. Drew's got 301. Tom Brady's got 304.
And yes, we have Brady in a Buccaneers jersey because he threw a touchdown pass in Foxborough this season. That was week 4 seems like a long time ago, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
So that was all count. And Ben continues to add to his totals, make it that much tougher for the next guy to try and catch him. Here's Jarvis Johnson for the Browns. Cleveland found a winning recipe last season with Coach Kevin Stefanski. Remember, they made the playoffs for the first time since 2002. Won a playoff game. That success was seen early this season. They started 3-1, but Kevin and the Browns, you know what's coming. They spilled the chili. Eliminated from the playoffs after losing 7 of their last 11 games. Remember how high expectations were? I mean, the Browns were a chic pick to win the Super Bowl, or expectations, but they have not met. 7-0 Steelers. Nick Chubb running behind 3 tight ends, still on his feet. Adams there, Tusker there, and they'll give him forward progress and a 1-yard gain.
Speaking of expectations, look, I continue to believe that running the football is the best way for this team to move the football. But despite the fact that they may get stopped for some negative runs and maybe some runs for not a lot of gain, they had to continue to run this football with Nick Chubb.
And yet they come out throwing, Lewis, and it's knocked down at the line. Isaiah Loudermilk. So Hayward batted a couple down, Watt batted one down, and now Loudermilk.
That's 4 batted balls for Baker Mayfield. Since Baker Mayfield came into the NFL, he's got 46 batted passes. That's the most in the NFL. Clearly, defensive linemen and defensive coaches, they're coached. Listen, get your hands up. He's only 6'1", and he throws the ball, and it comes out low, and you can get your hand on the football.
He's only thrown 8 passes tonight, so 4 of them batted down. 3rd and 9. Baker underneath, and that's dropped. Deontay Johnson. And Mayfield put him in a bad spot. That spelled disaster regardless. 4th down.
Look, TJ Watt right now is just absolutely terrorizing Dave Hudson, and that's just the problem. Look, we know that this was going to be a screen, and he's just trying to get the ball off here quickly and let Deontay Johnson run with it, but he feels that pressure coming from his throwing side, and he's trying to drift to the left. And look, TJ Watt is affecting this game already in a way that Kevin Stefanski didn't want to see happen.
Cleveland already going to punt the ball back to Pittsburgh.
Browns debut in Week 14.
Only the second quarter.
They put the Falcons earlier this season.
Touchback.
Is better.
No, never mind.
Here's McLeod.
Ray. Run, Ray.
Right up the middle.
Good
Out
job.
to the 32. That's a 52-yard punt. 7-0 Steelers.
Ben Roethlisberger coming back on the field. Next stop. Monday Night Football.
There are lots of ways to love that chicken from Popeyes. Like our sandwich and our nuggets. Both are marinated for 12 hours and freshly prepared, so every bite is crunchy and juicy. Get them today for only $3.99.
Chicken at Popeyes.
The first step in selling your home is finding out how much it's worth. HomeLife gives you a free home valuation and matches you
Alexa,
with top local real estate
where
agents
did
or
the
marketing
Kansas
offices.
City Chiefs
Find
play
out how much
next?
your home is worth for free at HomeLife.com today.
Wear by Aaron Andrews, my sportswear collection for all women, is now officially licensed with more teams. Women can support their teams in fashion-forward apparel everywhere, anywhere. Find it at fanatics.com. Officially licensed everything.
Hi, I'm Shannon Storms-Fedor. When we started selling my health products online, our shipping process was painfully slow. Then we found ShipStation. Now we're shipping out orders 5 times faster. And thanks to ShipStation's discounted rates, we're saving a ton. Honestly, we couldn't do it without ShipStation.
Join over 100,000 online sellers who get shipped done with ShipStation. Go to shipstation.com/try and get 2 months free.
A logo can do more than identify your company. It can connect in meaningful ways, energize your team, and inspire your customers. We're Port Imprint, and we know your logo on the right product can create moments that matter. With 30 years of experience and thousands of products to choose from, we guarantee your order will be right the first time, on time, and for a great price. Be certain that the right moments will matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at PortImprint.com. Port Imprint, for certain.
We talked a little bit about the evolution of Ben Roethlisberger, and as of late, he's gotten the ball out of his hands faster than any quarterback in the National Football League. Now, that's a product of trying to protect the offensive line, but it's also protecting his body. And tonight early, you see how fast that ball is coming out, and the last one's a touchdown to Deontay Johnson. It's been a good formula for Ben in this game.
Ben is the most sacked quarterback in NFL history. The sack only goes back to 1982 statistically, 551 career sacks on Ben Roethlisberger and that body. He's felt the effects. Then the throw. And it's sack Gentry for no gain. Malcolm Smith will stop for Cleveland.
You talk about all those sacks, and it led to so many injuries for Ben, but he rarely missed games. And I think that's one of those things that I know the fans here in Pittsburgh will always remember. I'll always remember it, playing the position and understanding how hard it is to stay healthy and to play when you're injured. But I remember him wearing big hip pads and not practicing all week, but always showing up on Sunday and giving everything he had.
Second down and 10. From the 37. Off the play fake. Ben out of trouble. Football comes out. Clowney got to him. The ball came out. And Ben able to recover his own fumble. That'll go as the first sack of the night for Cleveland.
Now you're just going to see Jadeveon Clowney up here at the top of your screen. Just hit an inside move.
Okay, I was wrong. Clowney is still in the game.
You see
Clowney's
Ben
not
loses the ball in the pocket, puts it on the ground, almost turns it over. Nice quick hit off on the part of Clowney. Give credit to Clowney. You know, he had that personal that's unsportsmanlike in the last drive, got benched before Augustin, gets back out there and makes a play.
Neither team has converted on third down tonight. This is a tough one. This is 3rd and 16. Trying to get some of it back. There's Najee Harris. Out beyond the 40. MJ Stewart made the stop. A little scuffle after the whistle. He's going to pick up 13. And not enough.
The field is at full progress with the stop. It's 4th down.
Brings up the 4th down.
Yeah, Najee Harris, he said, listen, I wasn't on the ground. He was still fighting for yards. He lands on top of a defender, never really touches the ground, so he keeps fighting. The whistle has been blown.
Fourth and 3 at their own 44. And they're going to send the punt unit on. Corliss Wheaton. First 3 and out by the Steelers tonight.
So far, it's been a good game, guys. Ball's gone back and forth.
It's an important drive for the Cleveland Browns. They got to find some rhythm on the offensive side of the ball. And they've been saying all night long, it's time to run the football.
Nope. Flag is down. Quick snap. Donovan Peoples-Jones running up to the 20. It's a 45-yard punt.
Yeah, that's going to be on the Steelers. The gunner was running out. He was late getting on the field, and they snapped the ball before the gunner ever got set.
They can tack that on if they so choose. Talking it over with Coach Stefanski.
Illegal shift. PPT number 31 was never set prior to the snap. That 5-yard penalty is added to the end of the play. First down, Cleveland. Timeout.
Second flag on Justin Lay. Remember, he had the face mask earlier. Still 7-0.
There's my little nephew. He looks more like Dad every time I see him. Dad is old. So your message said you wanted to talk about insurance? I said I want you to talk about insurance. Well, most people know that bundling home and auto saves you money. But did you know that new customers who bundle and save at Progressive can save an average of $800? I love you too.
I boosted my credit score using Experian Boost 52 points.
Boosting 21 points by scoring a game-winning touchdown.
Experian Boost has helped millions of people. How can it help you? Boost your credit scores instantly, free. Download the Experian app now.
The feel-great hit of the holidays comes home. Audiences give Sing 2 an A+ and a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Mama always said, Gunter, you're not as stupid as your papa.
Sing 2, rated PG in theaters now and on demand Friday.
It's such a good movie.
tickets you won't forget. The Mercedes-Benz Wizard Event. Get a credit towards your first month's payment on select models.
And it's NBA on ESPN Chapter. Let it go. Mom ever ride where the leg go. Friday on ESPN. Oh, mama, I'm in fear for my life from the long I'm alone.
Renegade has been a classic tune here in Pittsburgh since their playoff victory against these Browns in 2002. Thank you to the Duquesne University and Three Rivers Young People's Orchestras for performing it for us at the North Shore River Park right next door. And they'll play it for real. Styx version come the fourth quarter here tonight. And Heinz Field will be electric where that happens. 7-0 Steelers. Remember, Pittsburgh is still alive for a possible playoff berth. Need to win here. Need to win at Baltimore next week. Have the Colts lose in Jacksonville. And make sure there's not a tie between the Raiders and the Chargers. This is Colts time. On first down and 10. Baker throwing across his body and it's intercepted. Kelly Witherspoon picks it off for Pittsburgh.
These are the consistent errors from Baker Mayfield. Watch the tight end, Njoku, right here. He's going to come across, and he's going to be wide open. That's the first read. That's where the ball should go. And Baker, for some reason, he gets in this position, and he tries to force the football. And that happened last week, same thing, Lewis. Yeah, look, his on-target percentage is just going way up with every time that he drops back and controls the football, whether it be accuracy issues, whether it be the harness on his shoulder, or as you're pointing to right now, the decision-making. Okay? But I mean, Kevin Stefanski, but they have one of the best running backs in the NFL, averaging over 5.5 yards per carry. Start to run the football, because otherwise you're in danger of this game getting away from you, especially if Pittsburgh goes down here and scores.
12th interception of the season for Mayfield. 9 straight incompletions for Baker. That's the longest streak of any quarterback in the NFL this season. Then, off the sudden change, deep shot middle of the field, and overthrew Chase Claypool. But he was able to avoid Jadeveon Clowney. Second down.
Yeah, Clowney came around the edge and tried to take Ben's head off here. Once he comes around, that's not forcible to the head. That's a good no call from the official. And they're trying to get a jump ball for Claypool, and Claypool kind of stops and then doesn't have an opportunity to make a play on the ball.
He saw Greedy Williams go off to the Cleveland locker room. Secondary already banged up for the Browns. Greg Newsom in front of your screen. 2nd and 10. Handoff.
Go in there.
Carrying more Browns inside the 30-yard line. Pick up the 14.
Inside the tackles running game. It's just getting after. You're going to see Gentry go across the formation. You're just going to see flow, and then Najee get it north and south. They know right now what works for them from a run game perspective. Matt Canada has figured it out. A guy that size with those kind of moves in the open field, a lot of reason to be excited about Najee Harris.
Deontay Johnson swung around. Greg Newsom working on him. It's a gain of just 1.
And what an opportunity here for Ben and the Steelers to take control of this football game. A mistake from Baker Mayfield in his own end. And now you get a first down, and you're in the red area, the red zone fringe.
2nd and 9.
Opportunity to go up 2 scores.
Then the throw. Protection is good. Now it breaks down. Able to complete. Freiermuth has the first down for the Steelers.
Oh, that's number 88, wasn't it?
When Ben holds the ball that long, you got to give credit to the left tackle on Myles Garrett. And that's Dan Moore. Look at him just push Garrett right around the horn, right around that circle. He knows exactly where the quarterback's going to be. I love how Ben took a peek, like, where are you, big boy? He knows he's, where are you? Let me move on over here. Check the rear view mirror. Absolutely. Objects are closer than they appear. And meaner than they appear.
And bigger.
In the red zone on 1st down and 10. Roethlisberger to throw.
Ray McLeod.
With a blocker. They'll pick up a few on the play.
So you know what I love
Second
about
down.
the fact that Matt Canada has done here? It's just that he's adjusted within the framework of his own offense to something that maybe theoretically he doesn't necessarily want to do, but he's doing what he has to do given what personnel they have on the football field and how this roster is presently constructed. This is a downhill football team. Get the ball out of your hands quick from Ben Roethlisberger, get it in the hands of the playmakers. You love the fact that they know exactly what they have from a personnel perspective and are using them perfectly.
From the Cleveland 13 on 2nd and 7. Garrett coming from the other side, and it's knocked down. Jacob Phillips on Ray McLeod. Lisa.
The Browns secondary came into this game already down 2 safeties, and now corner Greedy Williams is back in the locker room being treated for a shoulder injury. I'm told his return is questionable.
Okay, Lisa, thank you. We'll watch for that.
They're lucky that they got Greg Newsome back. He's missed the last 3 games. He had a concussion. Then he was on the COVID list. So they're still in good shape with Newsome and Denzel Ward on the outside, even without Greedy Williams.
Man, it's 5 for 5 on 3rd down, but they have not converted a 3rd down tonight. Neither team has. Here's Ben. There's your punt. There's your throw. And complete. Ray McLeod took a big shot from M.J. Stewart and hung on the ball. Gain of 9.
This is a nice route by Ray McLeod against
First down.
Jacob
First and goal.
He's going to be matched up against the linebacker. Watch what he does to him at the top of this route. See you later. I'm in here right now. And then he puts it on and takes a big shot and holds on. That's nice scheming right there. And they come right back to it. The previous play, when Phillips got the tip, it was the out route. So come right back with the out and up. And it's over.
Good play call. 1st and goal inside the 5. Wanted McLeod. Nothing doing. Greg Newsome on the coverage. 2nd and goal.
This is the area of the field where they have used Freiermuth, the tight end. And he had a huge catch against the Browns.
3:15 left in the second quarter.
And now in this area of the field, if he gets matched up one-on-one, Ben is really comfortable with him.
Freiermuth, 7 touchdowns this season. Number 2 among all rookie receivers and tight ends. Nice play of the drive. 2nd and goal. Pressure. Ben throws. Nobody home. 3rd and goal.
I never click with Brown players down.
Claypool and Delpit collided.
Nice job here by the free safety, Deontay Johnson. Watch how he starts to cheat over towards Deontay Johnson. Takes away the first read. That's a nice job. He learned from the last time, from the touchdown pass. Oh, boy, Delpit got hit right in the knee. And without John Johnson, no Ronnie Harrison, no Troy Hill, and now Delpit on the turf.
We go to commercial break.
Hitting the road, not all are created equal. T-Mobile covers more interstate highway miles with 5G than Verizon. T-Mobile, America's largest, fastest, most reliable 5G network.
One hot and ready classic. We actually changed it with by adding 33% more pepperoni.
Oh, that sounds good.
Well, get a walk out with the new Pod Ready Pack with 33% more pepperoni pizza.
What if your resume was more than a resume? What if it could adapt and improve? What if it opened doors you didn't know existed? Created opportunities so that you'd be seen, heard, even help get your foot in the door. And Indeed resume never stops working for you.
Chocolate Hot Mustard can take more time than you have, but Mr. Clean Clean Freak delivers the power of a deep clean in minutes. Unlike bleach spray, Clean Freak starts deep cleaning on contact with 3 times the cleaning power to break down messes in seconds. It quickly cleans your home's toughest messes. So for a deep clean in minutes, get Mr. Clean Clean Freak. Available in easy to switch refills. Get the cleaning power of Mr. Clean in a wipe to kill 99% of bacteria and viruses.
Go to NFLshop.com for a special offer.
That Cleveland collision was between Grant Delpit and A.J. Green. Delpit on his way to the Blue Medical Tent. Again, Greedy Williams, Lisa reported earlier, he's been knocked out of the game. Richard McCount slides over to replace Delpit for now. 3rd and goal. See if they go right after McCount.
And he goes back. Ben Froese.
Throwing and undershot his intended target, Gentry. Coverage by Adrian Colbert, who was just elevated today.
Yeah, Gentry got lost. Here he is right here. He's just going to go across. Ben's looking left, so he doesn't see him initially, but he comes wide open. If Ben would have saw it early, right there, it's an easy touchdown, but he tried to get back to him late and couldn't get enough on the football.
Field goal unit is out. Chris Boswell on to attempt a 22-yard field goal. And able to put it through. And ups Pittsburgh's lead to 10-0. We're back in 30 seconds after this T-Mobile.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. It is all about T-Mobile with their great phone deals for everyone every day, including customers on Sprint. Tell us more, Diane.
New and existing customers on the Magenta Max plan can trade up to new iPhone 13 Pro, and T-Mobile will pay for it. Customers can also get a free year of Apple TV Plus. I know you love Ted Lasso, George.
Guilty as charged. T-Mobile is bringing it all together for the holidays.
Upgrade to the iPhone 13 Pro on us. Plus, get a free year of Apple TV Plus only at T-Mobile.
So the Steelers settled for a field goal. They had 1st and goal at the Cleveland 4.
Alexa,
And Baker Mayfield.
what's the temperature at Heinz Field?
Cleveland will get the football to start the second half. 3:02 left in the quarter.
Give Cleveland's defense some credit. They came out in a sudden change situation and kept them from
Yeah,
scoring
it's
a
freezing.
touchdown.
It's cold.
Open up a bigger lead. And, you know,
It's like
where
in
is Baker's
28
head?
degrees weather. No wonder I can see
10
people's
to
breaths.
start this game. And Kevin Stefanski right there, I think that's smart. Go over and have that conversation. Listen, kid, you know, this is on you now. Like, you got to go out there and rally the troops and get this game back in our control. And the way that he plays the rest of this game and next week is going to have a big effect on how this offseason plays out for him. He's not going to, I don't believe he's going to get a contract offer from the Cleveland Browns, but he's fighting to come back and be the starter next year.
Well, they've already picked up his extension for next season, his option, but he's looking for a long-term deal. Out to the 20 with Jarvis Johnson. The playoff picture in the AFC. How about this? The Titans in the top.
Titans are 11 and 5. They're the top seed in the South. Chiefs are 11 and 5. Bengals are 10 and 6. Bills are 10 and 6. Chargers are 9 and 7. Colts are 9 and 7. Patriots are 10 and 6. Raiders are 9 and 7. We're 7-1.
Who's in Jacksonville? And then again, the craziest of all these combinations have to make sure the Raiders and Chargers don't tie. Imagine your season comes down to that. Somebody ties. Jarvis Johnson. Spillane there. And Edmonds. Yeah, the Steelers
Win
roll in
tonight
the playoffs.
versus the
Now,
Browns.
the Colts have lost 6
Win Sunday at the
consecutive,
Ravens.
let's say, road games
Colts
at
lose at Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. In Jacksonville,
Chargers
London.
and Raiders
But so you're saying
end in a
there's
tie.
some history. There's a definite chance. Boy, Jacksonville did not look good against the Colts.
Jacksonville didn't
New England
look.
good.
Jacksonville didn't look
did
good.
not. New England
Jacksonville
was
didn't
taking
look
out
good
some
at all this
frustration. There's
season.
no question about that. Put up a 50 burger. Second down and 8 for Baker and the Browns. Mayfield being chased by Hayward.
No one's over there, Baker.
And it's third down. I don't
Except a bench.
understand why Nick
Ben
Chubb
Sharp
is on the
playing.
football field. If you're going to run the football on first down, you're going to give it to Deontay Johnson. Why don't you give it to Nick Chubb if he's averaging 5.5 yards per carry? Why do you keep trying to get to the perimeter on this football team on the defensive side of the ball? I don't understand right now what Cleveland's attack is, what their approach is attacking this defense, where they have been gutted down the middle running the football all year long, and they're not trying to do it. I don't understand. Steelers the worst rushing defense in the NFL. That would make perfect sense. But Baker's missed his last 10. Do I hear 11? Mayfield scrambling and throwing, and that is a completion to Jarvis Landry and a first down. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Needed 8, got 9. Ben Roethlisberger likely playing in his final home game, Heinz Field, showing a 10-0 lead at the 2-minute warning.
To succeed on any field, you need the right tools and the right people on your side. Moving forward as one toward a unified goal. When you're buying a home, you want the same kind of teammates and tools, a group that gives you a competitive edge, helping you achieve your dream. Aces and O's on home loans, Rocket can.
You're used to doing 2 things at once. Why not brush and floss at the same time? Water Fix Sonic Fusion 2.0, the 2-in-1 oral care breakthrough with 2 times the bristle speed and superior flossing power. It cleans deep between teeth and
Hi, Kelly.
clinically proven to be up to twice as effective as
They're beating Cleveland right now, 10-0.
So upgrade your oral care with the world's first flossing toothbrush.
There's 2 minutes left at the end of the second quarter. About to go into halftime.
I sweated right through my tuxedo at my wedding.
I hate having sweaty feet. The general sports bra area, my upper lip, and my forehead.
It's really been a tremendous struggle.
So we created a carpeting line of sweat management products for all over the body.
I haven't had sweaty hands in 2 years since I started using Carpet.
Avoid expensive treatments, injections, and prescriptions.
It stops the sweat every single day. Try today at mycarpet.com with limited time free shipping.
Hi, I'm Wolfgang Puck. When I started my online store, Wolfgang Puck Home, I knew there would be
We
a
have
lot
the
of
game.
orders
Oh,
to
cool.
fill, and I wanted them to ship out fast. That's why I chose Ship.
I would imagine you'd have the game. It's on ESPN. Anybody should that has ESPN should have the game.
ShipStation, the #1 choice of online sellers.
And Wolfgang
I'm gonna miss
Go to
Ben
ShipStation.com/try
Roethlisberger, Kelly.
and get 2 months free.
Coming up on the USAA Insurance Halftime, Chris Berman's fast 3 minutes, tons of great highlights. Yesterday around the league, and Adam Schefter's insider update on Aaron Rodgers and Jimmy Garoppolo. That's all coming up at halftime. Out of the 2-minute warning, Browns have all 3 timeouts. As do the Steelers. And they do roll the ball with Deontay Johnson.
Yes, Ben.
Baker to throw. And is juggled and unable to hang on is Rashard Higgins.
Yeah, Big Ben's last game at home.
You see Witherspoon, he basically just flat foot races with a half turn, meaning he's just kind of taking inside leverage, not backing up, just playing with tendencies. Smart play by
Did you?
Witherspoon.
Hey Kelly, did you like my thumbnail picture?
cannot allow a defensive back to play like that. Inside leverage and sitting on routes. I would come right back at it, rookie foul.
Landry bottoming your screen. They shut it down for the flag.
Prior to the snap, full start. Offense, number 66. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
That's that rookie right tackle, James Hudson. Got his hands full tonight. Jarvis Landry is the only Cleveland Brown with a catch tonight in the first half. He's got two of them.
James Hudson knows what the assignment is. He knows what the challenge is tonight. Going up against TJ Watt, I'd be a little fidgety too. I'd be trying to get back off the ball too. Especially if you're leaving me one-on-one in pass protection.
3rd and 11. Mayfield steps up and throws and completes. Donovan Peoples-Jones across midfield. 22 and a rare strike from Mayfield.
That's a great throw from Baker Mayfield. Stands in the pocket. He's got pressure right there up front from Cam Hayward, pushing Tretter back into his lap and throws a bullet.
Back to the run game with Johnson. He set flying backwards himself.
Marcus Allen with the tackle for the Steelers.
Waits for Landry to come out of his break. 3rd catch for Jarvis.
Past 2 throws for Baker Mayfield, the 2 best throws of the game so far. And one of them when J.C. Tretter was being deposited right in his lap. Yeah, sometimes you get into this 2-minute drill, you haven't had any kind of rhythm, you throw an interception, everything's out of kilter, and sometimes a 2-minute drill before the end of the half can get you into a rhythm. And hopefully that's what's happening for Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, the Browns can do something with this drive. They'll get the football to start the 3rd quarter. 49 seconds left until halftime. Cleveland still has all 3 timeouts. Pressure from the Steelers. Mayfield in trouble. He's going to be taken down. TJ Watt. 2nd sack of the night for the Steelers and Watt.
You see TJ Watt just keep working, try and get the hands clear. You see him there, dip his inside shoulder, come back up into the pocket. Baker Mayfield's going to hold the football like that. That's what's going to happen. Baker Mayfield is clutching the ball again. He had the tight end open. He's looking right, pumps there. He's cocking the ball, and the tight end's open. And that is a sign of a quarterback that's not confident pulling the trigger. You see him cock that a lot. That's happened a lot this season. I asked him about it. He said it's kind of something that's a part of his game. But that's not something you want to do as a quarterback. You want to get there, see the target, and execute and pull the trigger. And he's hesitant right now.
Oh, Kelly, I beat the Addams Family game today. So that's done. I streamed it all.
9 games just against the Browns. Pittsburgh spent the timeout. Trying to leave Benson clock to work with. Ray McLeod spinning out to the 20, 37-yard punt. The Week 18 season finale kicks off with our special Saturday doubleheader on ESPN.
Chiefs and Broncos, Cowboys and Eagles.
Broncos, the early game. We'll see it from Philadelphia. For the Cowboys, the Eagles in the nightcap. Week 18 continues Sunday afternoon action. Games on CBS and Fox.
Chargers and Raiders on NBC.
Sunday night, Chargers Raiders win and in on NBC. The NFL's biggest regular season ever.
Cowboys Eagles Saturday night, huh? Not too bad. Boy, not too bad. The Cowboys need to get some stuff in order. That's not a, hey, we're in the playoffs, let's just show up. They have some things to work on, for sure.
Dallas can get as high as 2nd seed
Come on, Ben.
in the NFC. Seeding on the line, it's Najee Harris. 36 seconds left. And the Browns spent a timeout there.
It's interesting. At the end of this first half, Kevin Stefanski decided not to use any of his timeouts as they went down. He was trying to get all the time off the clock. It was interesting to me in that even though they got past midfield, he still didn't trust that his offense could get a first down. And that's why he didn't call those timeouts. He wanted to continue to run that clock down. And now that Pittsburgh has the ball, he's going to use his timeouts and maybe try to force them to have to punt the ball.
Ben's got the ball. Ben goes back. Ben throws. Caught by Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson stays up. Falls down, stays up. Goes out of bounds. Steelers still have the ball. 22 seconds left. Third down.
Well, we came on the air tonight. We talked about the Pittsburgh Steelers starting faster and at least scoring a touchdown in the first half, and they did that. In 5 games before this, they hadn't scored a touchdown. And so now 10-0, they get this crowd in it. And Ben's last game here, you had to have the crowd in the game. I wonder if there's something wrong with Nick Chubb. Maybe you alluded to in the break when we were talking about a little bit. You didn't see him on that last drive for Cleveland. Jarvis Johnson took every snap. Something to keep an eye on here in the second half.
3rd and 7, got rid of it quickly. Ryrie has the first down. And a flag comes in. See if they got a late hit on Fryermuth. Well, the Grant Delpit's back out there. Yeah, the good news is Grant Delpit's back out there, and he's not hurt. But the bad news is he just made a mistake hitting Fryermuth late.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 22, defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And now, the Steelers were content to run out the clock, but an extra 15 yards. Now they may rethink that and try to get this ball into position to attempt a field goal before half. The little things. We talked about the little things with Cleveland.
Need about 15 yards or so to get in the field goal range for Chris Boswell to give it a whack.
Ball on 45-yard line.
Still have 2 timeouts. Ben throwing. And it's Fryermuth. Give him 4.
Second down.
Clock stopped 12 seconds.
Chris Boswell is about to come back on the field, attempt a field goal. He's tying the shoe.
Boswell's career long.
So we'll go back to Chris Boswell. We'll come back to Chris Boswell when he's done tying the shoe.
This season, week 2 was a 56-yard field goal. Again, not an easy place to kick a long field goal, but certainly easier going the direction that they're going.
Oh, okay. Oh, you mean in the game? Okay.
Ben, right sideline, and it's knocked away. A.J. Green, good to see him back in the game. Strong defensive play there. 3rd and 6.
It's textbook cover 2 technique. Flex, jam, sink, carry. 2's going up the field. 1's going up the field. I'm just going to carry him. Pin into the sideline. Safety's rolling over the top. That's how you play it. That defense, 2 deep. The ball's got to go in the middle of the field. That's a tough throw. That time they kept Fryermuth in protection, and so they didn't really have anybody to attack the middle of the field. But you're going to see here 2 safeties from Cleveland. That's when you have to use Fryermuth to tight end in the middle of the field.
Clock's at 7 seconds. 3rd and 6. I think Pittsburgh called timeout.
Been an emotional day for Ben Roethlisberger, as you know it would. That's the heavy thoughts going through his mind, walking into this stadium, and then taking the field. And he knew it would be emotional. He said he would be able to flip the switch after the opening kickoff and focus on the task at hand. And that's winning a football game and keeping the Steelers season alive.
It's amazing, Ben's thrown 33 passes here in the first half, but they only has 96 yards passing. And so they really haven't established
123rd career start.
3rd down and 6. Probably need 10 more yards. Still have the 2 timeouts. Ben throwing and intercepted.
Oh, Ben.
Picked off by A.J. Green of the Browns. And that's how the half will end. Then throws a touchdown pass and an interception.
But this is a nice job by A.J. Green. Look, he's acquitted himself well. He's trying to chase Claypool down inside out. You see, he just stays plastered to him. Comes up with the pick. He had previously come up with the PBU in that cover 2 situation. That's a nice job by Cleveland defense of answering the bell.
Browns were joking about Ben might want to throw it 60 times. Threw it 34 in the first half. USAA Insurance halftime is next.
USA, this is Stephanie.
Hi, this is Robert. I'd like to get up to 30% off my auto insurance with Safe Pilot.
I can help you with that. What's your member number?
87.
It should be between 5 and 12 digits.
Busted. This is Super Bowl champion Rob Gronkowski. I'm not a member.
Mr. Gronkowski, USAA is for the military community and their families. That's what makes us special.
Oh, but I'm special.
USAA, it's still only for the military community.
USAA, an official insurance sponsor of the NFL, presents the USAA Insurance Halftime.
Welcome to the USAA Insurance Halftime. One more half and one more week left in the biggest week of the regular season ever. Adam, what are your headlines going into week 18?
The Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers wants to play this Sunday at Detroit, despite the fact that the Green Bay Packers already have locked up the number. We'll see what that head coach Matt LaFleur wants to do. Kyle Shanahan, the 49ers head coach, is putting in game plans for Jimmy Garoppolo and Trey Lance. We'll see which one happens. And Antonio Brown was not on the waiver wire today, but he was at the Brooklyn Nets this Grizzlies game tonight.
Yeah, you talk about Antonio Brown. Now the Buccaneers have got to turn from a wide receiver position that's a weakness now with Godwin and Brown gone to the tight end position. I think when you look at O.J. Howard, Cameron Brake, and Rob Gronkowski, now they have to become a strength of this team, and they got to lean on the old guy, Tom Brady.
They've got work to do in week 18. They've got the Panthers with seeding for the playoffs. Very important. We've got highlights ahead. Last night, Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams dominated the Vikings and reached the number 1 seed in the NFC. Up next, Boomers got the best of the rest in the fastest 3 minutes.
You're watching the USAA Insurance Halftime Show. Insurance for the military community. USAA, an official insurance sponsor of the NFL.
Hey, USAA, it's Gronk again, and I'm here with my man, Frank. Frank, say hi.
Hi.
Frank was in the Army, and he's been enjoying that award-winning USAA service for like 10 years. Anyway, he's in. Frank, don't you love me, man?
Sure, Gronk.
And don't you think I deserve a USAA membership?
Did you serve? Are your parents members?
No.
Then no. I love that for the military community.
Frank, that's not the line.
USAA, it's still only for the military community.
Let me tell you about where I'm from.
Where I'm from, the digital divide makes equality nearly impossible.
When I get a job, I'll make $10,000 less than white people with the same skills.
Where I'm from, we overcome, and soon there will be many CEOs, CFOs, and CTOs that look like me.
The NFL and Fresh Scholars provide training and access to people often excluded from tech careers because of education inequality. Together, our access can be equal no matter where we're from.
Welcome back to the USAA Insurance Halftime.
Steelers trying to help Ben go out in style. The quick throw to Deontay Johnson, the 5-yard touch. GD 417 of his career. Highlights ahead in the second half. But first, the best from Sunday. Chris Berman, the fastest through.
Hi, Susie. Let us be the last to wish you and everybody a Happy New Year. As everyone knows by now, football lost its best threat this past week with the passing of Hall of Famer John Madden. Coach, broadcaster, etc., as we said, a friend to all. The National Football League had a moment of silence, fittingly, before every game in Week 17. So why wouldn't we start with the Raiders on our fastest 3 minutes as they try to stay in the playoff hunt at Indianapolis? And this was the scene at Indy and around the league when the coach's initials on the helmet. And Derek Carr and Hunter Renfrow and the Raiders honored their late coach with a big connection late, setting up the winning field goal. They and the Colts both 9-7. They win next week. They're both Kelsey cheats led at Cincy by double digits often. But Joe Burrow has thrown for almost 1,000 yards the last 2 weeks. 266 to Jamar Chase. Bengals win the AFC North. Titans run for close to 200 yards against Miami, knocking the Dolphins out. Titans win the AFC South, and if they win next week, they get the bye in the AFC. Ravens played tough as always, but at home they couldn't hold on. Matthew Stafford, Odell Beckham, Rams have won 5 in a row. How about them Cowboys? They won 4 in a row. Not on this game. Cardinals snapped a 3-game losing streak. Both teams 11-5. The man in the arena, Tom Brady, celebration. Bucks win the Jets. The man out of the arena, Antonio Brown, gone. In the snow in Buffalo, Josh Allen, couple of runs. Bills in the playoffs. They beat Atlanta. Patriots also clinch a playoff berth, hanging a 50 spot on the Jags. Mac Jones, Christian Wilkerson. Eagles have won 4 in a row. He get off of Rodney McLeod. Interception seals the deal against Washington. Trey Lance starts for San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, touchdown. Niners win against the Texans. They win next week. They're in. The Broncos remember the man that took them to 3 Super Bowls, the passing of Dan Reeves. They tried, but Justin Herbert and the Chargers and Mike Williams had other ideas. Chargers win. They win next week. They're in. Saints stay alive, beating the Panthers. Taysom Hill, Alvin Candy Kamara. 6 times the Giants and Bears played for the NFL Championship, the last in 63, won by George Halas at Wrigley Field. This game not as historic, except Robert Quinn broke Richard Dent's franchise record. Virginia, Halas, McCaskey. Bears beat the Giants 18 sacks win. Russell Wilson, 3 times DK Metcalf. We hope it's not the last time we see Russell and Pete Carroll in Seattle for a home game. Booger and I at NFL primetime. Chock full of highlights. Live on Sunday nights and then for 3 days, Monday through Wednesday.
Boom to this farewell at Heinz Field tonight. Penn teammate T.J. Watt closing in on the season sack record. Make that 19 and a half. The second half coming on ESPN and on ESPN2. Peyton and Eli.
If I go to play in the paint, it didn't make any difference. I watched him for years. He called his own plays to the course of the regular season. Eli, how about this one? Hey, my headset's out. I've heard that one. We've all been booed relentlessly. Would you be more comfortable tonight if we just booed you? I would love it if you guys booed me. Who wouldn't want to be booed by the Manning brothers, right? Wouldn't you guys like to throw to that guy? Were you ever fined any illegal hits? You know, I played the game by the rules, Eli. You know that.
USAA, an official insurance sponsor of the NFL, thanks you for watching the USAA Insurance Halftime.
It's a mixed up world, and the way we work looks a little different. But whether you embrace the new normal or just want to get back to the routines that feel right, X-Chair continues to be at the forefront of change, which is why we've launched the all-new X-Chair with LMX. LMX combines gentle body temperature regulation with stress melting massage to increase your comfort working from home or at the office. Feel more refreshed in seconds with dual fans that actively derail a cooling airflow. Or you can wrap your back in a soothing warmth that heat goes. And access 4 combinations of massage for deep relief from tension. Our patented dynamic variable lumbar support and Cyclo Infinite Recline technology remain unchanged. Order an X-Chair with LMX today. Use code TV and get $50 off plus a free footrest. Hey, change happened, and we've made it a good thing with all new LMX from X-Chair. Now the future feels better than ever before. Order X-Chair with LMX today. Use code TV and get $50 off plus a free footrest.
You have a full-time job and commitments to keep. You're also determined to advance your career. Welcome to Coursera, career accelerating degrees online from the world's best universities for today's busy lives.
I just wanted my kids to know that you don't ever stop.
Get a high-quality degree 100% online, often for as little as half the cost.
It allowed me to end up in a position that I was only really dreaming about.
Join Coursera for free at Coursera.org and try a degree course today. Coursera, your course to success.
Wild Rules on ESPN. Language Flyers on ESPN Plus. Thursday.
Time to make your space a little more you and a little less, well, definitely not you. Joybird.com gives you over 18,000 ways to customize your furniture and make your space your own. With fun colors, bold styles, and modern designs that bring joy to your space. Go to Joybird.com to save 30% during our after Christmas sale. Plus, get free design specialist styling.
When we started our business, we were paying like an arm and a leg for the postage. I remember setting up ShipStation. I think it was just like 1 or 2 clicks. Everything was up and running. I was printing out labels and saving money.
ShipStation saves us so much time. It makes it really easy and seamless. Pick an order, print everything you need, slap the label onto the box, and it's ready to go.
Our costs for shipping like were cut in half, just like that.
ShipStation, the #1 choice of online sellers. Go to shipstation.com/try and get 2 months free.
Hi, I'm Jeff from Nuts.com. When my grandfather started this business in 1929, he relied on 4 important values: freshness, quality, variety, and service. I'm proud to carry on this legacy, but from a bigger space. We still freshly roast, season, and dip delicious nuts here in New Jersey and deliver them with the freshest dried fruits, snacks and sweets, and families that love our products all around the country, including mine. We think you'll love Nuts.com too, so check us out and enjoy free shipping on your first order.
This is Copyright Productions for the private use of our audience. Any of the use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of Copyright Productions is prohibited.
And you know, I got a picture for
Out of the half and roaring into the third quarter. The Steelers flanking the Browns 10-0. Nightmarish first half for Baker Mayfield and Cleveland. And for Ben Roethlisberger, if in fact this is going to be his last home game here at Heinz Field, he's going down with a fight.
Yeah, he's halfway to 70 attempts.
34 attempts in the first half, under 100 yards passing, by the way. And, still very important for Pittsburgh to win this game. It's that cross of personal emotion and keeping the season alive.
Yeah. Look, I mean, they know what they're playing for. They know that Ben needs to play well. Najee Harris needs to play well. And right now they're executing. My problem right now is really with the Cleveland side of the roster here. You're going to jump out of the booth here. Nick Chubb, please. Come on. Let's give him the football here. If he's not hurt and he's willing to play, look, Myles Garrett said, that doesn't matter. I'm playing these last 2 weeks. Well, what's the deal with Nick Chubb, and why isn't he burning the football? And why does Deontay Johnson have more snaps than him? I don't get that.
Browns PR told us no injury designation for Chubb to this point. No Kareem Hunt for the Browns tonight. His ankle was not good enough for him to give it a go. But Cleveland will get the football first. Browns have not had a kick return for a touchdown in 193 games. Josh Cribbs in 2009. And Deontay Johnson won't get there either. Not at least Salters.
Hey, Steve, I just asked Kevin Stefanski what the Browns need to do to get back in this thing, and he said, we just haven't been able to establish a rhythm, and we're not going to be ourselves until we do. I did ask him about Nick Chubb and his absence late in that first half, and he said Chubb is fine, he's healthy. He said they do try to rest him when they can, but that Chubb will get his share of work in the second half. The Browns have lost the last 24 games when trailing by at least 8 points, but Mike Tomlin said they are not going to scoreboard watch. He said we're just going to play good town football for another 30 minutes to try and close this thing out.
Thank you, Lisa. There is Nick Chubb. That's a remarkable stat. to trail by 8 and lose 24 consecutive games. We see teams come back every single week in the fourth. Not these Browns.
Well, that hasn't been the Browns this year either because they've had 5 opportunities to come back in the fourth quarter and they haven't been able to get it done.
It's only 8 points, guys. We're not talking about 14 points, couple touchdowns.
And those one-score games, though, those one-score differential games, they just have not found a way in order to execute when they need to the most and get the job done.
3 tight ends for Cleveland. Here's Chubb on 2nd down and 7. Picks up 4, bring up a 3rd down. Robert Spillane able to make the stop for the Steelers. He started in place of Devin Bush. Of all the backups that are in the game for Pittsburgh at linebacker, he's the most experienced.
Robert Spillane will put the pads on you. This guy, pound for pound, as tough as they come, a true downhill throwback type of middle linebacker. If they're going to work Nick Chubb like Kevin Stefanski said they would, I'm sure they're going to meet at some point tonight with a big collision.
Demetric Felton is in now for the first time for Cleveland. On 3rd and 3. Baker in trouble, is going to be dropped to the 40. Cameron Hayward comes up with a sack. 3rd sack of the night for the Steelers defense.
This Steelers defense has been under fire this season, and Cameron Hayward, he's a leader of this defense, and he comes up and gets this sack on Baker Mayfield. They have played inspired tonight. I know that.
Thanks for that 5th like, whoever that was. Please comment if you're in the chat.
But you got to give some credit to the Steelers.
I appreciate the like, but I also like it when people comment.
He's doing it against
let me know if you're new to the channel or if you've been here before or if you're just lurking.
Hope we're able to bring it down. High punt for Ray McLeod from the 16. A couple of moves. Porter Gustin on the special team stop. 43-yard punt. Here comes Big Ben, and the Steelers offense looking to add to their 10-0 lead.
Made your choice?
Yes.
5G coverage that goes yard. T-Mobile, America's largest, fastest, most reliable 5G network.
Someone's not doing their job.
Okay, keep going. Shopping for the game can be a minefield for young homeowners who have turned into their parents.
Can you believe how many different types of water they have in this aisle? Kim, did you just change blades back there? This is perfect.
Jackpot, variety pack. Remember, it's a football game, not a play day.
Roger that. One more slice.
It can be a lot.
Oh, good, the manager. Brian and produce, very helpful.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto plus.
Pulls to the left a little bit.
Are you ready for the wildest football season? To get even wilder. Are you ready to travel 400 miles to lose your voice? What about going the extra mile when it comes to your food?
What's up you're going to sell for $1 million?
Are you ready for Super Wildcard Weekend to extend into Monday? How about the 2 drills that make you age 40 years? Are you ready for one final Monday of brotherly love?
How much lettuce can you get in one bite?
Are you ready to celebrate the first ever Week 18 season finale?
I can't believe she's already won football season.
The Fords, Lynn Boots. This is the 5-year high-stakes football that kicks off the NFL postseason. Are you ready?
There are lots of ties to John Madden here in Pittsburgh, December 1972. Considered the NFL's most single, individual, top play of all time. The immaculate reception. Terry Bradshaw threw a pass intended for Frenchie Fuqua. And, well, a ricochet to Franco Harris. I mean, if that was modern day, we would have you looking at instant replay for 30 minutes, right? Could you imagine the delays? John Parry would be out of words. I mean, it would be the longest delay ever. And there's still some controversy whether Jack Tatum actually made contact with that ball.
Pittsburgh's got the ball. Ben's back on the field.
In those days, if it went right off Fuqua to Franco, it wouldn't have counted.
I can't imagine how Coach Madden
Ben
felt
has
on
the ball. Ben goes back. Ben throws.
50th
And
anniversary
incomplete
is
pass
upcoming.
to
Deontay Johnson could not hang up. The NFL Network did a good job. The top 100 plays of all time. Think about that one, right? And that was the singular number one top play in NFL history. The immaculate reception.
I love how they have it memorialized right outside of the stadium here.
Yes.
Earlier in the season when we were here, I remember walking by it and taking a look at it. What a great part of NFL history, of Pittsburgh Steelers history.
And at the airport, when you're heading down to
Franco's the first guy to reach
Franco.
And Garrett Bradbury, the center for the Vikings, had an immaculate reception moment yesterday. In their game.
Najee Harris with the ball.
Najee Harris
Running, pushing, and knocked down.
On MJ Stewart. What a way to break Franco Harris's rookie rushing record for the Steelers.
Look, he came into this game averaging 3.67 yards per carry. 42nd out of 49 qualified rushes. Not tonight. He said, you know what? I'm going to fix that. And MJ Stewart, I'm going to fix you. Listen, that's Derrick Henry-esque. Very reminiscent of what Henry did a year ago. And listen, Najee Harris, at this size, 232 pounds. He's as big as Nick Chubb. And when he gets on the outside, he has the speed to burn. And this season has been unlike any other for Najee Harris.
Move over Franco Harris. Now, in fairness again, as pointed out, we know Franco did it the 14-game regular season. This is Najee's 16th game of this season, rookie season, the rookie record here in the Steelers. But when you pass, NFL royalty like Franco Harris, doesn't matter how many games you play. Wow.
Let me tell you this. I guarantee you, MJ Stewart, when that happened right there, it happened in slow motion. He's sitting there thinking as I'm going back, oh, no. Hey, man. Sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail. I think we know how that was distributed that time.
Ben gives the ball to Harris again. Now G.
Not that time.
Then get 3.
On 22.
Hey, you just love to see it.
22
with this
on
young
22.
DB from LSU, just playing as physical as he can play, just coming down in the box.
It's 2022.
He big hits on people. He's playing with great eyes, great body position. You see Najee trying to stiff arm him too, and he's saying, "Look, I'm not having it." He's a big part of the future of what they're trying to build in Cleveland, and tonight he's playing like he knows that.
Chuks Okorafor, the right tackle for the Steelers, went out for a play. He's back in there now. Ben looking left and throwing and completing for Deontay Johnson. 7th catch of the night for the Johnson. Johnson was one of the vocal Steelers after last week's loss in Kansas City. Falling 36-10 at Arrowhead. Came out and called it an embarrassing loss. Asked Mike Tomlin about that. He said he agreed. Yeah, it was embarrassing. So Clowney might have jumped. Deep shot for Claypool on a free play. And it goes incomplete. The count was there. Nearly had an interception.
Outside. Defense, number 90. Moved into the neutral zone prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty.
Penalty on Cleveland.
Browns have some decisions to make on Jadeveon Clowney, too.
That hard count by Big Ben, he's getting them flinching every single time.
And every squiggly line you draw, I'm thinking about John Madden now, right? Doesn't get credit. Everybody talks about the video game with John Madden, the first to really use the telestrator.
It was cool seeing some of when they brought back some of the old drawings. I mean, he was drawing stuff about the coolers on the sidelines. I mean, he was the best. How to do the Gatorade bath effectively and which one you choose.
Come on,
Nate Newton's head, Steve, Troy Aikman's beard or lack of.
Complete pass to Deontay Johnson.
That's a nice route and a nice throw. Watch Deontay Johnson put on the brakes right there. And the ball is on him. He reaches up and snatches it. When Deontay Johnson is at his best and him and Ben are hooking up, it's beautiful to watch. Because this kid's a fantastic route runner and a big-time
He is a good runner, yeah.
From the Cleveland
Now
31.
he's got the ball.
Back to Harris.
Good run. Good.
Pick up a 5.
Second down.
So you keep saying the name of Grant Delpit coming up to make tackles, and all that says in my head is, okay, he's a safety, and if he's coming up and making those tackles, I got to throw the ball over his head down the field. And it's, that hasn't been what this Steelers offense has done this season a lot, but when it's called for, they can certainly do it.
Najee Harris over 100 yards rushing tonight, averaging 6.6 yards per carry.
Ben goes back. Ben throws. Caught by Ray McLeod.
Miles Garrett nearly got home. Gain of 13.
Watch Ben just move in the pocket. Just move up a little bit. He knows Garrett's coming, but to move up in the pocket, go forward, and still be accurate throwing a shallow cross away from you. Listen, that's the difference. We've been talking about Baker Mayfield and the accuracy and moving around the pocket, keeping your eyes downfield. Ben's a perfect example as to how that's supposed to be done.
Third time in the red zone. Have points on the previous 2 trips. Then the pump to the right, coming across. And that ball is separated from Deontay Johnson. MJ Stewart, he gives it, and he takes it away.
That's his great zone vision on the part of MJ Stewart. He's just going to read it out. Deontay Johnson running the shallow. You see MJ Stewart. He comes here on the right side of your screen. Look, this young man is a very versatile player. Can play down in the box, play the nickel, play the dime, play safety. He's had to play a lot of meaningful snaps for them lately.
Led the Browns in tackles the last 2 games, a couple of 2-point losses. Ben throwing, you can see coming out of his hand, he airmails that one well over McLeod's head. And it's third down.
I don't know if Ben was as upset about throwing that ball over his head or if he was upset that he didn't hand the ball off. Look, you got 2 safeties here. Give the ball to Najee Harris right there. I think that might have been why he was upset more than anything. This RPO system with Matt Canada, he's reading those safeties. If 2 safeties are there, he's handing the ball off. 1 safety, he's going to keep it and throw it.
Third and 10 from the Cleveland 14. Got rid of it quickly. Try move. Taking on some people. Greg Newsome, first there for Cleveland. Pick up a 2. It's 4th down. And here comes Boswell.
Cleveland Brown defense is doing just about all they can to keep their team in this game here. They gave up the 1 touchdown, but they're forcing Pittsburgh to kick field goals. The offense has just got to get going now here at some point.
Chris Boswell getting ready to kick
this from 30.
A field goal for the Steelers again, 22 yards.
The new punter, he will hold. Kuntz for snap. Field goal on the way and good. 13-10.
He extends for a strawberry lemonade. Hey, I'm the wild berry. I don't believe it. He went for 2.
Joanne, you're scaring my customers.
Back to you, Jerry. This has been the game plan all year. And it got us to the playoffs. Why change now?
The first step in selling your home is finding out how much it's worth.
Alexa,
HomeLight
what's the
gives you a
score of the
free home
Steeler game?
valuation and matches you with top local real estate agents for market analysis. Find out how much your home is worth for free at HomeLight.com.
These folks don't have time to go to the post office. They use Stamps.com. All the services of the post office cheaper. Get a 4-week trial plus postage in a digital scale. Go to Stamps.com/try and never go to the post office again.
Have you ever seen a stock that went through the roof and thought, if only I knew about it? Well, get in the know and join the Motley Crew, where everyday investors just like you get stock picks from a team of market-beating stock picks. Their average return is over 600%, more than 4 times the return of the S&P 500. Get stock picks every month at the special new member price of just $79 for your first year. Don't look back and say, I wish I knew about that. Join at fool.com/79.
3 miles. New year, new choices. Choose results. 4 miles. Choose confidence. Choose miles. New year, new smile. Get the results you want backed by our lifetime smile guarantee.
I
Go
thought
from
she was
this
saying
to
miles.
this and start seeing results in as little as 60 days. Start your New Year's smile for free at SmileDirectClub.com.
Tonight's aerial coverage is brought to you by Goodyear. The aisle to the confluence. It's been 99 days since the Steelers last lost a game at Heinz Field. They have not lost here since week 3. Their troubles have come on the road. Pittsburgh's last 3 road games, they trailed by 24 or more points at halftime. Wow. And here they're enjoying a 13-0 lead. And the Browns will get the ball. Here is Johnson will run up for
Browns
the 5.
might get the ball, but the Browns are going to lose the ball here in a second.
And the 25 of the night belonging to Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, we'll see if Baker can get something going here in the second half, but it has not been pretty. It's been more of the same. This was the interception in their own end in the first half. Just, this is not about the shoulder. That's about the decision. And TJ Watt has gotten after him. Here he misses a throw over the middle of the field for the sack. Just doesn't look confident. He only has 4 completions on the night. All that being said, it's only a 13-point game. And if they can get something going here, and I agree with you, Lewis, they got to start with Nick Chubb between the tackles, and then off of that is Kevin Stefanski offense uses play action.
4 completions, 4 batted passes from Baker Mayfield. Here's Jarvis Landry, his 4th catch of the night.
You get to see it's a struggle for Baker to put the ball where he wants to. Even on that one, on that quick out to Jarvis, he has to reach back across his body to make the
Browns
reception.
have done 7 drives and
There's
have
no doubt that
done
artist
4
was
first
really
downs.
affected his accuracy. But if they're going to throw it this much, put the ball in the air, he's going to have to find a way to make it work.
Here's Chubb. Good, strong, patient run out to the 40 and first down yardage for Cleveland. And that's what we expected to see all night long, especially with run defense.
Exactly. This strong side power. Batonio pull. You're going to see the tight end come. You're going to see a double team. That's exactly what they do. It's what they do best. You see, get the ball north and south. People don't want to tackle Nick Chubb. You don't want to hit him too many times when he starts getting going down.
And he's averaging 7 yards a clip. Give him the football. Feed him. And they do it. By the left side. Puts 4 on there to shed a defender. Got Miles Killebrew out of there.
That's just the same play, the other direction. Exact same play. And you mentioned Nick. Oh, gosh. We got 2. Yes, indeed. Don't want to be on the receiving end of that. A lot of DBs being posterized tonight, Lewis. Hey, I got hit like that one time. Ricky Waters got me in San Francisco, right up under the chin. I got it down, though. I got it down.
2nd and 7. That's batted down. TJ Watt. Cracked ribs and all. Watt is having himself a night, and he's got some orders for Baker.
Yes, indeed, he does. So watch TJ Watt. Watch what he does here. He is just going to sit there at the line of scrimmage. He's not going to rush. He's going to sit and wait. And he's just looking at Baker Mayfield. That's textbook. He's just waiting and then elevate. Look at him. He's pointing at him, too. He's in his head. Did you intentionally make that, Brian? Waiting and elevating? Yeah. I didn't intentionally, but...
3rd and 7. 6 minutes, 4 seconds left.
3rd and 7. Pressure right up the middle. Mayfield is flushed, and he'll slide down back at the line of scrimmage. Montravius Adams was running them down, 4th down.
You can just see how quickly this offense, when it gets off schedule, can just become helter-skelter for them very well. see Montravius Adams, you see he throws a nice inside move on Wyatt Teller, the right guard. Montravius Adams has played some good football for them, considering all the deficiencies and all the injuries that they've had along the defensive line. This defensive line has showed up tonight.
Jamie Killen, who was the Browns punter, COVID a few weeks ago, come off the COVID list, and Colquitt had taken his job. Ray McLeod called for the fair catch and then muffed it. And it goes the 47-yard punt. It's Ben Roethlisberger's football on his night back in the 5.
You deserve a better credit score. Chime can help no matter where you're at. Because with everyday purchases and on-time payments, things can happen a lot easier. Oh, you deserve some credit. Get started at chime.com.
Jake from Safe Harbor. We gotta talk.
Yeah, it turns out you guys give everyone great rates.
I'm aware. Well, then how come this entire time we've been calling it the Patrick price?
I've literally never called it that.
You call it the Rogers rate, which is cool. But it's a pretty inaccurate name when Stevie gets it too.
We offer great rates to fit anyone's budget.
You should just say that next time.
The first time I heard about it.
The surprisingly great rates that fit any budget, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
The BK $5 Your Way meal is here to make your choice easy and so tasty. Go straight to the double Whopper hot small fries, 4 pizzas, and a refreshing small.
Get your TV together with the best of live and on demand. Introducing DirecTV Stream.
Welcome back to Pittsburgh, where the Browns defense keeps taking hits. Corner
So
Brady
far, this
Williams
game's been a
has been
shutout, guys.
downgraded
It's been a
to out.
beautiful
He left
game
the
so
game in the
far.
second quarter
I'm really
with a
surprised.
shoulder injury. Taki is also now out, also with a shoulder injury. And I'm now being told that corner Denzel Ward is dealing with a groin injury. His return to this game is questionable. Steve?
Please, thank you. And that's kind of the way the season's gone for the Browns. Right, they've been playing with the shoulder, the torn labrum since week 2. Myles Garrett, the groin injury that's not getting any better. Almost wondered if Kevin Stefanski, knowing last night they were mathematically eliminated, if those guys would even play the game. Man on the ground. Najee comes up short of the 10-yard line. Stefanski said
Okay, I might try a different link.
bitterly disappointed. 3rd and 3. Clowney gets to Roethlisberger. They're not going to give him the safety. They'll say in the field of play. And that brings up a 4th down.
And this is a nice inside move by Clowney right here. You're going to see him go inside of Corpor. He's going to take him upfield. 1-2. Come back inside, clean the hands off of him. Nice pass rush by Jadeveon Clowney.
So Corliss Waitman has his heels on the back of the end line there. High snap, got some pressure on him. Somehow he was able to get it away.
Are you kidding me? Really? Come on.
2-yard punt. What a job by Corliss Waitman.
I don't know how this was not blocked. Look at the edge rush here, and he pulls up at the last minute. You got to go for the ball there.
Pittsburgh's definitely going to win this game, guys.
People think unusual circumstances means complicated taxes. But for a TurboTax Live expert like me, it just makes things interesting. So, give us everything we got. The failed small business. The ambitious new startup.
All of your dependents and dependents.
Dependents. Throw in that pandemic-induced career change.
What if I'm in a state with no income tax, but my survival videos are due in 38 months?
I can help. And if this is a business dinner, save those jumping seats. What if our professional gamer with a ton of expenses? If they help drive views, let's talk deductions. What if crypto took me to the moon and now I own a shop? Congrats. I can handle your crypto and business taxes for you. Yes, give us your surprising inheritance. Your odd injuries too. Even your semi-nomadic life in a van. An interesting life, community with greater refunds. You do your thing. We've got your taxes. Enjoy TurboTax Live.
Can I ask you a question? Am I out of focus? You're fine. Yeah, but I'm all blurry. Oh, you're supporting Cass. The camera's focus is drawing your attention to this scene's most important character. So by shifting the focus, now you're blurry and I'm sharp. It appears so. Guess that makes me more important than you. No, it doesn't.
There was more talk about him falling off a cliff than his ability to perform.
It's just all about grinding, work. From the moment the game started, we were playing catch up. Tough season, we got to put that one to bed.
What brings you here today? Being awesome. I just got out of rehab. It's hard to be a person. I hear you. Single Drunk Female series premiere January 20th on Freeform. Stream on Hulu.
I might get
Approaching the final regular season weekend of the NFL season. We'll cap off Super Wildcard Weekend January 17th at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's the first ever Monday night playoff game. We've got megacast coverage. Our main telecast on ESPN, ABC, and ESPN Plus. ESPN2 will have the mayonnaise. Between the Lines will be on ESPN Plus. And our Spanish broadcast on ESPN Deportes. Best starting field position for Cleveland. And they're on the move with Donovan Peoples-Jones running away. The longest play of the night for Cleveland. Have them inside the 10. That's good for 39 yards.
Well, this was an easy read for Baker Mayfield because they rotated down to a single high look pre-snap. He had a nice look at it, what the coverage was going to be. Peoples-Jones runs a nice in-breaking route. Against Ahkello Witherspoon, just runs away from him. If you're going to show him what you're doing that early pre-snap, you're going to make it easy for NFL quarterbacks. That's a nice executed route. And catch. Big play.
First red zone trip for the Browns. First and goal from the Pittsburgh 9. There's Nick Chubb inside the 5. Watt will make the stop there. 2 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, this is all Chubb. If I'm Kevin Stefanski down here, this is all Nick Chubb. That's a great first down run.
I'll be so upset if the Browns
He's
come back and win
over
this
6
game.
yards a carry in this football game. Give it to him again.
Three tight ends on second and goal. They do, in fact, give it to Chubb again. And he's down to the 2. Adams the stop for Pittsburgh. Third and goal.
Okay, Cleveland might score here, but they're not going to win the game.
Austin Hooper's here. Highsmith is going to come in. You have to be anticipating that. He gets beat inside, and that's why Highsmith's able to make the play. Nice job by Spillane also filling the whole front side.
Ready, go. Baker lofts one, and it is caught. Brought down for the Browns touchdown. David Njoku on Minka Fitzpatrick.
Like I said, Cleveland might score, but they're not going to win.
And you're going to see David Njoku out here against Joe Hayden. It's just a size mismatch. It's a tight end on a corner. He's got height on him. He's got size on him. He just kind of basically gets body position and goes up high. Baker puts it up where only a guy with his reach and his wingspan can go get it. Nice execution.
Browns just getting Chase McLaughlin back as their kicker for the extra point. And it's a 13-7 game in the final minute of the third quarter. Some life out of the Browns.
You give credit to Baker Mayfield.
That's all the life they're going to get.
Off rhythm to Donovan Peoples-Jones, to start the drive, and then a perfectly thrown ball to Njoku.
Joker's got the big height advantage at 6'4". Hayden goes 5'11".
Now we got a ball game.
Browns able to take advantage of the short field and their best starting field position of the night. And we thought they almost got to the punt.
Well, Willie Harvey, the linebacker, missed that punt. He had an opportunity to completely change the complexion of the game. He's the happiest one on the sideline that they went down and got the touchdown because he didn't take the ball off the foot of the punter as your coach to do.
So there goes Ben's two-score lead he was hoping for in the fourth quarter. Give an opportunity to enjoy the final couple minutes, look around, although Ben said he'd prefer the ball in his hands, the opportunity for one last game-winning drive here at Heinz Field. So the contract for the naming rights appropriately comes up at the end of this season. Okay. So Ben could leave when Heinz leaves as well. I mean, no player in Steelers history more associated with Heinz Field than Ben Roethlisberger. Forever joy. Who knows what they'll call the place next year? But likely Ben will, maybe not Heinz either.
How long before the statue goes up?
That's next week, I think.
Oh, okay. Ben will be greeting us in the Pittsburgh airport like Franco. Next to Franco.
And if you really want to fast forward, you think about Ben Roethlisberger and his eventual trip to Canton. I feel like Steelers Nation takes over Canton more so than say other franchises.
Yeah.
That'll be a day in Canton as you see Ben and Heinz forever linked. Most wins by a quarterback in a single venue. And if Ben and the Steelers can win here tonight, they'll tie what Brett Favre did at Lambeau Field.
I think it's special when the quarterback and the city have a love affair and a relationship. You saw John Elway there. You saw Brett Favre there in Green Bay. Like, those are two great examples. And Ben is certainly going to be in that conversation.
Cloudy got the hands up, and a couple of flags come in. Could be a second personal foul. First one was throwing a shoe. Brad Allen, our referee. It's been a busy night. Get a face mask or just the top of the helmet?
I think he gets the top of the helmet. That's what he's trying to say. Right where basically the...
And poor Harris has been
The next
attacked.
voice you hear will belong to John Perry.
Poor.
You don't
There is
pick
no
it
foul
up.
for grasping the face mask.
That's a nice job right there with the crew. It
Poor
looks like a
Harris,
face
he's been
mask.
attacked
From
for
where
this whole
he's
game.
at, they get together, communicate, pick it up. Nice job.
It's a hard one to live officiate, I would think. Clowney's had an eventful night. We're not even in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they have a decision to make with Jadeveon Clowney in the offseason. He'll be a free agent. I think they like him here. And Myles Garrett is lobbying to have him come back. He's found a home after coming from Tennessee, and he's had a measurable positive impact on this defense for Joe Woods.
All of that resulted in a 1-yard gain. 2nd down and 9. Here's Ben to throw. That got tipped across the middle, and McLeod couldn't haul it in. Ben took a shot as well. Myles Garrett got home.
Now, we haven't mentioned Myles Garrett's name much, but here he gets off the ball, and he gets into the pads of Dan Moore. Dan Moore's done a great job in this game because you haven't heard from Myles Garrett a bunch, but I think, Myles, he's talking about that groin, and I think it's affecting him. And I think what the Steelers have done is they have seen that. And they say, okay, well, he's not 100%, and we feel confident in leaving Dan Moore one-on-one on Myles Garrett a little bit more in this game.
Sheldon Day able to get his hand on that football. And Ben wants a timeout with the play clock winding down. And the game clock showing 15 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. This is not just about Ben Roethlisberger here tonight, although it is a good portion. The Steelers are still fighting for their playoff lives. They need some help. It's going to be a wild final weekend around the NFL. Again, we told you the Steelers need to win here, win in Baltimore next week, see the Colts fall in Jacksonville, and then make sure that the Chargers and Raiders don't tie. If all that would happen, Ben and the Steelers, Mike Tomlin, they'd have an opportunity to be in postseason play.
Wouldn't that be amazing? I mean, the way that this season has gone for the Steelers, they've had some unbelievable wins and comebacks, and they've had some really ugly losses, and they'll still be in it.
Third and 9 out of the timeout. Ben skips that one to McLeod. And you see the frustration, 4th down. Should say congratulations to the Cincinnati Bengals. Beat the Chiefs in a wild game yesterday, 34-31. And the Bengals are your AFC North Division champions.
Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, wow. Is there a more exciting duo in the NFL right now? Young duo in the NFL? You just throw it up to Jamar Chase, and it's just like, look, it's not a 50-50 ball. It's not a 90-10 ball at this point.
Wheaton got it away. Good kick. Peoples-Jones from the 25 in a heavy traffic area. Derek Watt, the special team stop out of the 50-yard punt. Speaking of the Chiefs and the Bengals, Cincinnati was 3rd and 27 in a tie game. Burrow to Jamar Chase, leading the game-winning field goal as time expired. I mean, there were a lot of plays in between there, though, and a lot of penalty flags. That was a wild finish, but Jamar Chase has had a brilliant season, and they appear to be the class now of the division. Everybody's going to have to keep up with the Bengals all of a sudden.
Listen, these two franchises, the Steelers and the Browns, they're looking at the Bengals, and they're not going anywhere. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are foundational pieces. They're not going anywhere in the AFC North. And if you're Kevin Stefanski, Andrew Berry, looking at Baker Mayfield in this offense, how are you going to keep up with them?
Here's Baker, final play of the 3rd quarter. We'll go with a sack. Alex Highsmith, 5th sack of the night for the Steelers defense. And that's the way the 3rd quarter will come to an end. 13-7 in favor of Pittsburgh. Ben Roethlisberger playing likely his final home game at Heinz Field. We're on to the 4th when we come back.
History is filled with almosts. Those who almost adventure, who almost achieve. Then there are others. The ones who embrace the moment and commit. They calm their minds and steel their nerves with 4 simple words, whispered since the time of the Romans. Fortune favors the brave.
Hi, I'm Shannon Storms-Fedor. When we started selling my health products online, our shipping process was painfully slow. Then we found ShipStation. Now we're shipping out orders 5 times faster. And thanks to ShipStation's discounted rates, we're saving a ton. Honestly, we couldn't do it without ShipStation.
Join over 100,000 online sellers who get shipped done with ShipStation. Go to shipstation.com/try and get 2 months free.
If you're like I was, you're tired of worn-out plastic mats under your office chair. They dent and crack, and they're uncomfortable to roll on. I found a premium alternative, a glass chair mat by Vitrazo. I like it so much, I bought the company. I'm George Pardo, president of Vitrazo. Our glass chair mats are made of super strong glass and protected with a nanotech coating, so you'll always get a smooth, easy glide. And they're beautiful. Tired of replacing plastic? I promise this is the last chair mat you'll need. And we give you a lifetime warranty. Comfort, style, durability. A Vitraza glass chair mat will completely transform your workspace, home office or office. We stock 18 popular sizes, and we ship free to anywhere in the lower 48. Get the look you deserve. I invite you to shop online at Vitraza.com. Use promo code TV and save 10% on any glass chair mat at Vitraza.com.
The Week 18 season finale kicks off with our special Saturday doubleheader on ESPN and ABC. We're all thrilled about this. Chiefs and Broncos is the early game. Cowboys and Eagles is the nightcap. Week 18 continues Sunday afternoon. Games on CBS and Fox. And the regular season wraps up Sunday night. Chargers Raiders win and in on NBC. We open up the fourth quarter. 13-7 Steelers. Cleveland football at their own 25 on 2nd and 15. Mayfield to throw. Coming across, Austin Hooper the first down, and much more. Hooper had a couple of drops early. His first grab of the night goes for 21.
You're going to see Hooper against Robert Spillane looking at just fake him outside. I mean, that's another great move. They are picking on Spillane in coverage, trying to see if they can get him singled up one-on-one. And that's what they need out of these tight ends and out of these pass catchers. Good route running, good secure catches, get the ball north and south.
Put it in the belly of Jarvis Johnson. And he's across midfield, and I think it's coming back, the flag.
Center, J.C. Triller.
Offense, number 64. 10-yard penalty. No first down.
Shredder, he just kind of got out of position. Watch him when he starts to make this block. See how he gets his body lateral to the defender. You want to be square on that defender. As soon as you get lateral, if that defender tries to disengage, it's going to be a holding call.
Shredder had a streak of 5,165 consecutive snaps that was broken by a bout with COVID. 78 consecutive game streak for Shredder. 1st and 20. Mayfield can't hook up with Jarvis Landry. Baker had hit 6 of his previous 7 prior to that miss.
Saw that graphic on the bottom of your screen in Next Gen Stat about the yardage difference per play with Nick Chubb on the field versus Nick Chubb off the field. Here we are, one-score situation. Nick Chubb is standing over there again in the long orange coat. Yeah, they get behind after that holding call. They're behind the sticks, and they go with Jarvis Johnson because he's the receiver for Nick Chubb. But he's been over there the whole time.
It was T.J. Watt time. Baker able to get rid of it. He dirts it. Wanted to set up Jarvis Johnson, and Montravius Adams had it covered. Watt stuck on 3 sacks for the night. Steelers lead the NFL in sacks this season.
Well, the fans here in Pittsburgh, they starting to feel it. They're starting to sense it. They're in the fourth quarter, the last quarter, potentially, that they're ever going to watch Ben Roethlisberger. They want to do everything they possibly can to affect this game. It's a beautiful sight, isn't it? All these terrible towels.
3rd and 20. Mayfield steps and fires, and it's knocked away. Wanted Peoples-Jones. Witherspoon, who had the earlier interception, able to break up the play.
See Keller Witherspoon again in the half turn. He's just kind of cluing the quarterback. Great break and drive. And then hit the snow angel, huh? I like it. You see the steam coming off his mouth. Hey, it's cold down there, folks. It's cold down there on that football field, and the temperature is dropping.
When we talked to Minka Fitzpatrick this week, he said our job is to get Ben the ball back as often as possible. Give him every opportunity to win this last home game. Colquitt shanks that one. By far his worst punt of the night.
He looked like he hurt himself.
And he walks off gingerly. It goes a 21-yard punt. And Ben and the Steelers are going to take over with great field position from their own 43.
It looked like he had his toe on the ground.
It's amazing. He's talking about motorcycle insurance, and people love it. And of course, they love the savings they're going to get with Geico, but it goes beyond that.
You deserve to save.
Heard that before.
You deserve to save.
I know.
I need you to hear me. You deserve to save.
I deserve to save. I mean, he has a way of making you feel seen.
Bundle car and motorcycle insurance and save at geico.com.
Thousands of years ago, even if you were sitting at the top, you really couldn't count on support. It took centuries for office seating to evolve, but there were some major holes in the design. Then people were inspired to do away with office chairs completely. Yeah, that didn't work. In 2020 came the breakthrough the world has been waiting for. The first ever XHMT heat and massage chair by X-Chair. X-Chair just made history's most comfortable work chair even better by integrating heat and massage into our patented dynamic variable lumbar support. Waves of glorious massage that wake up tired muscles? Yes. Soothing heat that melts away daily tension? You bet. The all-new XHMT massage chair by X-Chair. The future feels good. Upgrade to the ultimate work chair with the one and only XHMT by X-Chair. Use the code on your screen and get $100 off, plus a free footrest.
If you receive regular payments as a result of an accident, wrongful death, or medical malpractice, JG Wentworth can help turn those payments into cash you can use now. With JG Wentworth, you'll have a knowledgeable team on your side, helping you get the money you need now. Maybe you want to buy a house, a car, pay off debt, or go back to school. The point is, it's your money, and you should be able to use it when you need it.
Call 877-CASH now or go to jgwentworth.com to see if you're eligible for a $5,000 advance.
The NFL's Inspire Change initiative focuses on reducing barriers and creating progress in education, economic advancement, community and police relations, and criminal justice reform. Cameron Hayward doing his part. He started the Rufus and Judy Jordan Literacy Program in honor of his grandparents. The program works with littlefreelibrary.org to promote reading and literacy in underserved areas of Pittsburgh. You can text NFLIC to 635-635 to learn more. It takes all of us to advance social justice.
Good on Cam Hayward, and his dad, Craig Ironhead, was one of Coach Madden's favorite players. He was probably an All-Madden selection from time to time.
John Madden could have worked here. Chuck Noll offered Madden a defensive coordinator position here about a month before Madden was offered the Oakland Raiders job. Could have had a lot of success here in Pittsburgh with that Chuck Noll crew. But John did it right. Waiting to do his own thing in Oakland. 10 brilliant seasons as the head coach of the Raiders. And he's in the Hall of Fame as a head coach.
He would love Najee Harris. I know that. The way he's playing today, going downhill now, 21 rushes, close to 130 yards, over 6-yard average. I mean, he is wearing down this defense of the Cleveland Browns in the fourth quarter. The team whose offensive line we thought would maybe impose their will on this game is not doing it. And the team whose offensive line is just struggling all year, they're earning their money tonight.
Back on the ground to Harris. Najee Harris tonight has more rushing yards than Ben Roethlisberger has passing yards. I did not see that coming tonight.
You know what? He looks different. Just a week ago against the Chiefs, looked hesitant. They were running him much more laterally. Now he looks like he's being decisive. A couple jump cuts, and my pads are down, and I am trying to punish people. love the way he's adapted his running style.
Third and 2,
Now
guys.
pass Jonathan Taylor for the most offensive touches in the NFL this season. And oh, by the way, he's never fumbled in the NFL. Third and 2. Harris. No doubt about who's going to win that battle. First down, Steelers.
Watch the offensive line here. Here's the glue. He's going to come up and seal. This is a great check from Ben Roethlisberger. Third and 2. He may have had a run call or a pass call and check to the run. Keep feeding Najee Harris. And this offensive line, you're right. They are playing well tonight. Dan Moore has been outstanding on Myles Garrett. Hassenauer without Kendrick Green has been getting it orchestrated up front. Very impressed with this offensive line tonight. I'm going a little unbalanced line, right?
Ben off the play fake, throwing and juggled, and Claypool couldn't haul it down. Greg Newsome stayed with it the whole way for the Browns.
This is something that Greg Newsome does well. He did it well at Northwestern. He has long arms. He's got good size to be able to play press coverage and be able to battle with guys like Chase Claypool, who are very good at winning those jump ball situations. Doesn't give up, fights it all the way to the ground. Again, another foundational piece for the Cleveland Browns going forward. Hear all that communication between Ben and Hassenauer in the middle. A lot going on.
Second and 10. With Benny Snell in the game, his first carry. Anthony Walker met him in the middle of that Browns defense. Walker wearing the green dot tonight with John Johnson being out of the lineup. Are we monitoring Johnson's Twitter account? Remember last week he was watching from home, and he was saying, hey, I'll have a run in the football, right? Everybody wanted Kevin Stefanski and the Browns to run the football, especially at the end of that loss in Green Bay. That included John Johnson watching from home. Third down and 8. Ben's put it up 44 times tonight. Pressure coming. Ben got rid of it. And Deontay Johnson was smothered. Might have slipped down, although Newsome might have helped him as well.
This is 2 good reps by Greg Newsome. You see him there. You see him really mirror this route pretty well coming out of the break. As it gets cold, the field gets a little bit slick. You see Deontay Johnson lose his feet. Hey, as coaches used to tell me all the time, get some cleats that work. This is your home turf. Got to be able to stand up on your feet.
Chris Boswell made a couple chip shots. This from 50. On the way. And perfect. And it's a 2-score game. 9:45 to play in the fourth quarter. Boswell, who has the all-time long here at Heinz Field of 56, is good from 50.
This is Antonelli's Cheese Shop.
And we're the Antonellis.
Do good, eat good.
That's our mission.
We chose our new Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One because it gives us unlimited 2% cash back on everything we buy.
And it has no preset spending limit, so our purchasing power adapts to our business needs. We use our 2% cash back to help cover our employees' healthcare costs.
That's how we take care of our most valuable asset.
Our people. It may sound cheesy,
but we like it that way. What's in your wallet?
The first step in selling your home is finding out how much it's worth. HomeLight gives you a free home valuation and
Score
helps you
16
top local
to
real estate agents
7,
for market
guys.
analysis. Find out how much your home is worth for free.
The
at
Steelers are
HomeLight.com.
winning.
Hi, I'm Wolfgang Puck. When I started my online store, Wolfgang Puck Home, I knew there would be a lot of orders to fill, and I wanted them to ship out fast. That's why I chose ShipStation. ShipStation helps manage orders, reduce shipping costs, and print out shipping labels. It's my secret ingredient.
ShipStation, the #1 choice of online sellers.
And Wolfgang Puck.
Go to shipstation.com/try and get 2 months free.
New seasons, new gear. Show the world what it means to be a fan. 100% authentic fan gear. Connect, officially licensed everything.
An electric guitar that hits all the right notes. Extraordinary. A coffee tea alarm clock that wakes up your senses. Unreal. A QR code that lets you explore and revel in a curated selection of the world's most unique and unexpected tech, fashion, home, and adventure items. Wonders. Open your phone's camera, scan the code, and discover all that awaits you at touchofmodern.com.
Found me.
Renegade gets him fired up at Heinz Field. 16-7 Steelers. Browns football will start at the 25. TJ Watts had himself a night, credited with 3 sacks ready. He's seeking his first Defensive Player of the Year award. Trophy runs in the family with his black and gold kin, winning an NFL high 7 times. And his big bro, JJ, is one of 3 players to win the award 3 times. Is this the year the little bro is allowed to join? Come on, the family party. So 3 sacks tonight. That gives him 20.5 sacks. And of course, look out Michael Strahan. Strahan has the all-time record of 22.5.
And listen, the fans here in Heinz Field, they're chanting TJ now.
Alex Highsmith for the loss. Nick Chubb.
I can tell you, they love themselves some Alex Highsmith. Look, he's a guy who's really benefited from playing opposite TJ Watt. Yeah, he's so good that they let Bud Dupree go.
Yep. 2nd and 12. Baker's going to be crashed down on the turf. Derek Tuska, 6th sack of the night for the Steelers defense.
Derek Tuska wears
James Hudson has had a rough
Bud Dupree's old number, 48.
Stops his feet, doesn't sink his hips, shortens the corner. All the things that offensive tackles can't do against good high-side speed rushers. Usually results in sacks, just like that.
2nd career sack for Tuska. Baker has some time now, want to take a deep shot. And there's a flag back in the play. Mayfield will scamper out of bounds in front of Mika Fitzpatrick. I think that's going to be a hold, and we'll bring it back.
Holding. Offense, number 77. Take our holding. Go for it now.
Wyatt Teller there locked up on Loudermilk.
Brown stole Teller from the Buffalo Bills. Teller going to his first Pro Bowl.
Just signed a big contract extension on November 9th. Joel Bitonio signed a contract extension in November. J.C. Tretter signed a contract extension last year. So that's the strength of their football team. The guard and both guards in the center, they're throwing the football like it's the run and shoot. I don't get it.
3rd and 26. And it looks like a false start.
If you thought the fans were loud, they're going to get even louder.
False start. Offense, number 71. After the Super Bowl. Just go down.
Jedrick Wills is coming off the COVID list himself.
When you get backed up, it's hard to hear in this stadium. TJ Watt said, let me get back out here now. Okay, now Tuska's getting in there. Yeah. Let me see if I can chase down old Michael Strahan's record. I got you backed up. Terrible towels flying.
3rd and 30. Draw play. Deontay Johnson. Pick up a 3. Marcus Allen. Safety most of his career. Coming up and playing on the linebacker spot. 4th and 27. That look from that one Browns fan says it all. See Colquitt, where he walked off gingerly, shanked that last punt. See what he's got punting out of his own end zone.
They say Cleveland rocks?
Yeah,
Is that what they're saying? Oh,
flag comes in.
not quite, huh?
Gonna get delay a game, trying to punt out of their own end zone.
Prior to the snap. Delay game. Offense. After the goal. Still fourth down.
10th penalty of the night on the Browns.
Yeah, these fans are relishing it, you know. And listen, it's apropos of Ben Roethlisberger's record against the Browns, 24-3-1. This team has had the number of the Cleveland Browns for a long time, and they remember what happened a year ago in the playoffs, losing to these Browns right here on this field, and they're relishing this fourth quarter right now.
And nobody's left in a two-score game. Their opportunity to say goodbye to Ben at the very end. Colquitt got that one away. Ray McLeod making a couple people, stays on his feet. And to the 37. It's a 47-yard punt. Time now for our money moves. Brought to you by SoFi.
This young man, Najee Harris, he's been money all night, averaging just under 6 yards a carry. After an all-season long averaging 3.7 yards per carry, that's because the offensive line came to play. He's hitting the ball north and south with decisiveness, physicality, ended it right there with the kind of ferocity that he showed at the University of Alabama. What a big-time night for him against a hated rival. That's the way you show up in a rivalry game with a lot on the line.
Alabama's all-time leading rusher. And he's breaking Franco Harris' record tonight. Out of 10. He'll keep beating Najee. The clock winds, 7:15 to go here in the fourth.
And I think you have to give credit, to this entire Steelers roster for showing up tonight with the kind of energy, emotion, and sense of urgency to play in Ben's last game here. And you didn't know. This is a rivalry game. You hope that you show up and you have the right attitude. But Mike Tomlin and his team have showed up a lot this year and not had the right energy, the right emotion. And to me, it started up front with this offensive line tonight. They have played for their quarterback. And Ben has always had the closest relationship with the offensive line of any quarterback I've ever known. He's always had that relationship with them.
Harris to the 30-yard line.
And you could see it last year in that playoff game. They lost. This was Ben Roethlisberger and Pouncey. And Ben, with tears in his eyes, talking to Pouncey about he knew Pouncey was not going to play anymore. And he wanted him to go out the right way. And he's apologizing to Pouncey in that moment. And that's that passion and emotion right there. That's what Ben Roethlisberger is going to be remembered for.
Third down and 3. Then throwing, trying to go back shoulder, juggle, and Claypool couldn't hang on. Newsom saw to that.
Greg Newsom, hey, look, man, he said, Chase Claypool, I know you're a pretty good outside lane wide receiver who's very good in these contested catch situations. That's as good as you can play that back shoulder like that, though, man. You don't have vision on the throw. You're just having to read the eyes and the hands of the wide receiver. Claypool's got to make that catch. That ball's thrown in a perfect spot. Got to start to make those more consistent.
48 yards, guys.
Boswell from 48. The Steelers tack on another 3. And there's a flag down at the 30-yard line. We'll check that marker. The quote from Ben to Pouncey last year, "I'm sorry, brother. You're the only reason I wanted to do this. I feel worse for you than me. I hate it, man."
Yeah.
That was part of that big conversation we saw them on the bench.
A big reason why Ben came back this
The
year.
result of the play was a successful field goal. After the play was over, Unsportsmanlike conduct. Receiving team number 58. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Kicking team number 79. These fouls offset. Those penalties go towards first quarter attention disqualification.
Could just,
Hey,
cut all that down and say, hey, this is a
disqualified?
rivalry game.
Oh. I see.
Both guys pushing at each other.
Oh, there.
41st all-time meeting. Since 1990, Cleveland is 3-28 in Pittsburgh, and that includes the wild card win here last season.
We talked a little bit about, Cleveland passing over Ben Roethlisberger. Could you imagine if they had taken Ben?
And that conversation came up at the dinner table.
Yeah, he was talking to his son Benjamin.
And he explained that. He's like, Dad, how could they pass you?
Yeah, and his wife was actually talking to Benjamin, saying, he's old enough now to understand this. He said, listen, your dad had a pretty good record against the Browns. He's 24-3-1. And Benjamin's like, yeah, I don't know how they passed on him.
Looking for a return. Anthony Schwartz out beyond the 20, tripped up around the 24. Could say that Ben has owned the Cleveland Browns. Look at the best record against one team in NFL history. What the Bills done to people? Brady destroyed Buffalo, and there's Bob Greasy. So I guess the two losses Dad had against the Bills, his first and his last. And he won every other game in between. And then you see Ben, what he's done against Cleveland as well. So.
Take away from that graphic, Buffalo wasn't very good for a long time.
And you weren't that popular when we went to Buffalo this season. And now I understand why. Those people hold a grudge. Here's Baker. See if he can rally the Browns. Njoku got his second catch. That's good for 7.
They're going to need some explosive plays. They want to get back in this game. Donovan Peoples-Jones going to have to make a big play down the field.
See where they mark Nick Chubb. Hayward wrapped them up. They're going to give him forward progress and the first down.
Yeah, now's not the time to run Nick Chubb.
It's 1st and 10, guys.
What would you call Lewis? Incredulous all night? Is that the
And,
right?
sometimes football, sometimes it seems like it's a little bit more difficult than it needs to be. I'm just a little bit confused as to what Cleveland's approach was coming into this football game, but here we are.
Maybe because it's so obvious, the Browns have been great running the ball, and Pittsburgh couldn't stop the run.
Yeah, I mean,
they wanted to go in a different direction.
Look, and I'm not trying to be, disrespectful with Kevin Stefanski, who I like a lot. He is
There's T.J. Watt. And there's sack number 4 for Watt. And the first Steeler with 4 sacks in a game since Joey Porter 20 years ago.
I mean, this is why you're not throwing the ball down the field. Yeah, well, you're going to give James Hudson, a rookie, some help against the guy who's one of the baddest pass rushers in the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you get. That's what you get if you're going to leave him one-on-one. It's unbelievable.
Look out, Michael Strahan. T.J. Watt's coming for you. And Watt and the Steelers play in Baltimore next week.
You don't want to run the football. You want to leave your rookie right tackle against the leading sacker in the NFL, who's almost...
Watt almost got there. And this time, it's Alex Highsmith. You focus so much attention on Watt, going to leave somebody else free to rush the passer.
Well, we already alluded to the fact that Alex Highsmith is a pretty good rusher. Well, look, this time they're going to bring Wyatt Teller out and try to help. It's easier said than done to help, okay? So here comes Teller, but it's too late. Like, you got Hudson's playing out of position, and he's not, listen, he's no match for T.J. Watt. But you can chip him, you can put a tight end over there. Either way, Watt is going to get to the quarterback because you're down by 2 scores, and you have to throw the football. Yeah, but this has been happening since snap 1. That's the thing that bothers me. It's been happening since snap 1, and I get it. It's not always, it's easier said than done, but from the get-go, he's been getting after James Hudson. He's been getting after a lot of people. That's true.
Steelers spent a timeout there.
True.
Kept the offense offense on the field on 4th and 19. It is last call for the Browns in this game, and really last call for Ben Roethlisberger. And I'm just excited to see what's going to happen the rest of the way. There's going to be a big emotional hug and kiss from these 70,000 fans aimed at Big Ben.
And rightfully so. Look, he embodies Pittsburgh, Steve. He really does. And he said it. He said that's why he wants to be remembered, right? He wants to be remembered as a Pittsburgher, as a Yinzer, a guy who just fit in here. And that's why they love him. They love him because of it, because they have adopted him as one of their own, just like all the other greats that have put on the black and yellow for years. It's one of the great football towns of all time. And Ben grew up here. He came here as a rookie, and he was immature at times, and he made mistakes, and this fan base loved him, forgave him, and will always support him.
Browns need the 44. Flag comes in. Joe Hayden had coverage on Rashard Higgins. See if they got Hayden.
Defense interference. Defense number 23. By rule, the ball is placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
That was a 4th and 19 that keeps the Browns alive.
And they tried to run a double move out there, and Joe Hayden just gets that contact. Ball's in the air.
Joe's the second oldest player on the Steelers, behind only Ben. Fresh set of downs for Baker and the Browns. 1st and 10 from their own 41. And it's dropped. Higgins took his eye off it, wanted to turn around and make a big play, and he'll get nothing. And there's an example. It's too easy to put the blame of the entire season on Baker Mayfield. They've had a lot of drops. The receiver position has not lived up to their billing this season. But as I say that, that's on Baker. He skips it to Nick Chubb.
You see Baker's body language out there after that throw. Shaking his head, shoulders slumped forward.
And there's a flag down.
And we talked with Baker yesterday, and he was upset. I think he was obviously not being able to make the playoffs. The way that he's played is starting to affect him. Give me a chance.
Formation. Offense. Don't decline. Brings up third down.
But maybe the thing that stuck out the most was he regretted not being able to lead like he wanted to this year. And listen, coming from your quote-unquote franchise quarterback, that is not a good sign. And he felt like because he was injured, wasn't playing well, or whatever it might be, that he was not able to lead in the manner that this team needed, and that's what he regretted most.
3rd and 10. Here come the Steelers. Mayfield able to get out of there. Got some green in front of him, picks up a block, has the first down, and he didn't run out of bounds. He wanted some contact there, and he got it with Trey Norwood. Gain of 14 for Baker.
You see the pocket just get pushed on him. He's
Thanks
had to
for the
retreat. Spins out of it. Takes advantage of all the green grass in front of him.
And he lowers the left shoulder, which is the injured shoulder with the harness on it.
Adrenaline and instinct just taking over. Frustration with that too.
Hayward and Walker watching from the Pittsburgh sideline right now. Baker can't get out of there. He'll be taken down for a sack. Henry Mondo and Alex Highsmith will share it. Is that the 9th sack of the night? Pat McGrath says yes, the 9th sack tonight by the Steelers defense. Wow.
They just rushing the passer with 4 with tremendous energy. You see them all just fighting. And look, it's a competition now. Everybody wants a little bit of this action.
2nd and 11. We're going to pass rush set up the screen. Johnson made the first man miss. And Ulysses Gilbert. And then he's taken down. And we are down to the 2-minute warning.
You said he wanted to be up 2 scores and be able to soak it all in here in the last 2 minutes.
That was one of the acceptable end-of-game scenarios for Roethlisberger.
I'm a fancy exercise bike dude, and I've gone from 0 to obsessed in like 3 days. After riding 12 miles to nowhere, I'm taking a detour.
And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, you could be working out a way to pay for this yourself.
Get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem for a whole lot less.
A new home and new projects go hand in hand. With the Home Depot app, you'll pick it up in no time. You can pick up new skills in our Homeowner 101 workshops. Pick up new power tools with a tap. Pick up the things you need at our convenient lockers. Or even pick them up right from your doorstep. Pick up more of what you need so you can do more of what you love. The Home Depot app. How doers get more done.
Curve ahead. Hey, buddy, want me to drive? Why would I want that? Everyone said you couldn't handle the curve. Who said that?
Show Tebow a curve, God falls apart.
Tebow? The curve? No way. Literally, everyone says that.
They're talking about a different thing.
Okay.
I still don't get it.
Coming up on Monday Night Post Game, presented by Abbott. Full highlights and reactions from Mayfield. Ryan Clark on his best memories of Big Ben, and we preview Week 18, a first look at the AFC playoff scenario. For now, we say Happy New Year to the fellas. We'll get back to Pittsburgh. Steve?
Happy New Year, Scott. You, the family, and your entire crew. We'll see you shortly. What do you think's going through Ben's mind right now?
I don't know. I would imagine there's a lot of memories rushing through of games that he's played in this stadium.
And some of him has to be thinking, you know,
Oh, come on. Don't do this to me.
Memories here, the games, the plays, the wins, some of the losses, but most importantly, it's the relationships he's thinking about.
4th and 2. Mayfield, first down.
You see, is this all arm? Just have to push that ball out there as hard as you can. Clean pocket for once.
Good for 15. Ball to the Pittsburgh 22.
9 sacks tonight. 9. They could use another one here.
Baker loads up, throws to the end zone, and it's knocked away. Hayden on Higgins. No flags.
That's a great play from Joe Hayden. In phase. Understand, using that right arm to see where the receiver is and then extending and knocking that football down.
Baker looking for the penalty marker that doesn't come. Hayden played his first 7 seasons with these Browns. The last 5 here in Pittsburgh. How about this drive? 14th play upcoming. Mayfield throws and completes. Njoku. Pick up a 9. Baker will run ahead for the first down.
And they're going to take a timeout here for Kevin Stefanski.
And they do. Minute 25 left. In Ben's brilliant career, 18 seasons worth, he played in only 2 games. In 18 seasons, 2 games in which the Steelers had already been eliminated from playoff contention. Wow. Think about that for a second.
Well, when you never have a record below 500, that'll happen.
You're in the mix. And he's looking forward to next week being meaningful again for Roethlisberger and the Steelers in Baltimore.
Look, I asked him, I said, Ben, you know, if a team were to consult you about how to set up a young quarterback for success, he said one of the things for sure, be around a veteran team, a strong defense, strong offensive line, strong running game. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because think about that record right there. Only 2 games being out of playoff contention. He was drafted by the perfect place to set himself up for success. The perfect marriage.
First and 10 from the 11. Mayfield lost one, and Landry got turned around. Couldn't haul it in. Second down.
Yeah, Landry had a chance here. He's looking over his inside shoulder. I think he's expecting that ball to be upfield and in the back pylon, and Baker threw it towards the front of the end zone, and that's a very difficult adjustment for a receiver.
Baker being chased and rose and zipped it through Landry, and Higgins caught it. But a flag comes down, and he was out.
Cameron Sutton was wrestling with Jarvis Landry right at the goal line. The ball was not thrown there.
Pass interference. Defense, number 20. Ball from the end zone. The ball flipped up to the right. Automatic first down.
Sutton can't believe it. Higgins actually caught that ball out of bounds.
And all those nice memories that Ben was having on the sideline, he's back in the game now.
He's got to stay focused. First down and goal. Baker wants to throw for it. Has 2 players wide open. It's Harrison Bryant for the Browns touchdown. Don't go anywhere. A minute 10 to play. Baker wants to throw for it. Has 2 players wide open. It's Harrison Bryant for the Browns touchdown. Don't go anywhere. A minute 10 to play.
Well, they are very good at doing this down on the goal line, using play-action pass. You see Bryant, he just making Fitzpatrick just for a second think that he may block him. Just kind of bluffs him and then takes off to the back pylon. Nice throw and catch.
$17-play drive, fellas. Extra point. McLaughlin puts it through. And it's a 5-point game with a minute 10 left. Ben will try to end this game on offense with the football in his hands. Onside kick coming up.
Oh, the hands team. The hands team of
Tell me about that, Steelers. Good hands, people.
Yeah. I was on the hands team. I don't know if it's because of my hands, but I was out there.
It's a thankless job.
It sure is. I'll tell you what. You have to be aggressive. You can't sit and wait for the football. You just don't know what kind of bounce it's going to take. Obviously, there are people who are assigned to kind of shield the people who are supposed to be the ones who are going for the football. That ball is bouncing all over the place. It's cold out there. This field is rock solid. We've seen a lot of recoveries, successful onside kicks this year.
Especially on Monday night, it feels like. McLaughlin is 0 for 2 in his career. In terms of the NFL, the success rate, 9 of 52. The Browns' last successful onside kick came back in 2016.
Please don't mess this up, guys.
Looking for the hop. Got the bounce, but it's recovered by the Steelers.
Good job.
Micah Fitzpatrick, part of the good hands team there. And Ben will take to the field. Get the football in his hands.
Played perfectly by Mika. Attacked the football, cradled it, protected it with his body. Now it's all about Big Ben.
Timeout. Spent by the Browns. 62 seconds left. Ben Roethlisberger. An emotional day. I don't know when he'll go to sleep tonight, but I think he'll sleep well. See Ben coming out of the tunnel, pregame, for likely the last time. And the thoughts that must have been going through his mind all night long.
It looked like he was just trying to catch his breath all warm-up. And he looked nervous. He looked like it was his first time out there. But as soon as he got into the game and focused, he's been excellent tonight. Listen, he threw the ball 46 times. That's a lot for only 123 yards, but that'll be the last thing he's thinking about tonight after this game.
Threw it 34 times in the first half. They'll keep it on the ground. Chew up that clock. And Cleveland's last time out as well. An even minute left on the clock. And the Browns can't stop it again.
Keep it. Really?
Najee Harris to the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. And Ben, it's all yours. Extra point on the way. And that's good, too. It's all good in the Bird tonight for Ben Roethlisberger. Up 26-14 over the Browns. And so good in so many ways. The Steelers will send Ben off the right way out of Pittsburgh and in Baltimore next week with a chance to still get a playoff spot. It's all gone the Steelers' way tonight.
That ending right there, that gave me chills. I mean, for Ben to go out that way in this stadium with these fans, the exclamation point, that's something he's going to remember forever. But the cool thing is, he said there were certain people, look, I need you with me. I need you to help me here tonight. Well, his offensive line helped him. That first-round running back from Alabama helped him. It was one of the best nights of his career, his young career. And these fans helped him. This atmosphere helped him. What a great scene.
Nobody's worried about the traffic, the parking lot traffic leaving the stadium tonight. Deontay Johnson. Out to the 20. 45 ticks left. Here's the touchdown from Najee Harris. There's your exclamation point on the night.
That's big boy running all night long.
5 pin.
Mike Tomlin and Ben Roethlisberger. This will be their 135th win together, tying Sean Payton and Drew Brees for second all-time head coach and quarterback behind only Bill Belichick and Tom Brady.
Those two embraced before the game in warm-ups and have been together a long time. And Cam said he grew up watching Ben Roethlisberger and came here in 2011, became fast friends, and helped to build a culture here.
The crowd chanting, "Thank you, Ben." And Ben will talk with Lisa Salters after this game is over. Browns can't stop the clock. 30 seconds to go. 39-year-old Ben Roethlisberger, 18th year out of the University of Miami. Ohio kid through and through, with a stop in Pittsburgh before he heads back to Ohio and into Canton to the Hall of Fame, which is 135 miles from where he grew up, in Findlay, Ohio.
And he said, his song, if he gets there, will be My Way from Sinatra, right? He's done it his way. He's been unique in so many different ways, unique from every other quarterback we've seen. And when he is enshrined in Canton, he will be the biggest quarterback ever enshrined. And the way that he played was always big.
And it's intercepted. Trey Norwood, the rookie from Oklahoma, and he's going to give Ben one last snap with the football. And this place is going to explode. Look at Ben.
Curtain call. Appropriate.
Look at that smile, man. Tells you all. And wait a second, we're not done yet. The Steelers have called timeout. Steelers win.
I think Mike Tomlin wanted to give him another chance, and everybody came on the field. He says, "Oh, forget it."
There's Myles Garrett. Two great warriors and the rivalry, Baker and Ben. Now it's all got to be rushing through to his mind right now. This is the moment. Down to Lisa Salters.
Well, Ben, as far as last games at home go, how do you think this one went?
You know what? It's funny because it's probably not the way you wanted it other than the win. And that's all that really matters. That's kind of been the story of my career. Not always pretty, but we find a way. And man, did our defense step up tonight, and the guys were just so much fun to be out. The sports is the best place to play. So,
What was going through your mind when Najee kind of sealed it, took that last one to the house?
I didn't think I was going to take the field again, but it's the best play in football when you're an offensive player to take a knee. And So I'm glad I got to do it one last time.
One last time. How do you leave this place, Ben?
I don't know. With a win. I'm just so thankful for the fans. My family, obviously, and the good Lord has blessed me in so many ways. We still got another game. I'll be excited, ready to go for that, but this is just an awesome place.
All week, you've been saying you got to focus. You let yourself feel it, but you got to focus. At what point did you just let it all sink in?
Probably about now. Just the end of it, having a chance to go back out there, just, I don't know, I'm at a loss for words. I'm just so thankful for these fans in this place. There's no place like it.
We know what you have meant to Pittsburgh, but what has this city, this venue, Heinz Field, what has it meant to you?
Everything. Like I said, I'm so thankful and blessed to be able to call this place home for almost half my life. In front of these fans and seeing all the signs and all the jerseys and just to come out here, I don't know. I've been so blessed and I'm just so thankful.
Congratulations on a wonderful career, and it ain't over yet. It ain't over yet, Ben.
Game number 248, a Steelers uniform. And there will be a 249th in Baltimore to try to keep this season going and a possible playoff opportunity for Vanity Steelers.
Yeah, next week is huge for them. Kickoff at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. They got another one, another big one, even bigger than this one. That's how you wanted to be. I just feel thankful that I was here to watch it.
Ben thanked the defense, 9 sacks tonight. Thank this crowd, many of them still in attendance, saying their final goodbyes.
It's almost like you don't know what to do.
Getting the rock star treatment here in Pittsburgh. And this is kind of how this game was supposed to end. Been through it 46 times, including 24 of them. And a score. Take a lap, Ben Roethlisberger. Couldn't blame him if he doesn't want to leave this field. I get it.
Well, listen, once you start that lap, you're not going to stop, because everybody on the other side of the field now is coming down to the front row, and they all want to get a piece of Ben. It's been a great relationship for 18 years, as we said. A love affair between a city and a quarterback.
Don't miss our Week 18 doubleheader on Saturday. Starts at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. The Chiefs and Broncos, the early game. Cowboys and Eagles is the night game. The Monday night postgame presented by Abbott is coming up next here on ESPN. Ben Roethlisberger gets his goodbye at Heinz Field. And the Steelers are still alive in playoff contention. Pittsburgh says bye to Ben. We say hello to Scott Van Pelt.
Thank you, guys. Quite a scene. As Ben says, good night in Pittsburgh. We say good evening. Coming up on Monday Night Postgame presented by Abbott. Live reaction from Heinz Field as it continues. We'll hear from Mike Tomlin, Baker Mayfield, plus Brian Clark with a full breakdown of the game, some thoughts on his time with Ben, and a first look at the AFC playoff scenarios for the last week of the regular season. All that and a whole lot more in 3 minutes.
watching this presentation of the National Football League. Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world. Nervive contains alpha lipoic acid to relieve occasional nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort. Try Nervive Nerve Relief.
There are lots of ways to love that chicken from Popeyes. Like our sandwich and our nuggets. Both are marinated for 12 hours and freshly prepared, so every bite is crunchy and juicy. Get them today for only $3.99. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Honey, Gio's Pizza Palace just launched Cha-Cha Cheesy Bread.
I'll go wake up the gears.
See you guys later.
A random sales rep just emailed at the 14th
I'm
time
doing
about
okay,
an important new offer that has nothing to do with our business.
Don't forget the merger. This is far more important.
Hey guys, the random sales rep just emailed
I'm
with
just
the
sad because it's Ben's last home game. I'm a little upset. But at least we won. That's what counts. We've earned the right to. We've earned the right to.
What superhero are you, Peacemaker?
Earn contention for a playoff spot in the playoffs.
So at AT&T, everyone gets our best deal. Aren't others doing that? Others
All
say
right,
that,
see you
but not
guys
everyone
later.
gets the best
Bye.
deal. Like, what if I give you a lollipop? Then I give you our best lollipop. That's not fair. At AT&T, we think it's only fair that all